And you don't stop, and you won't. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and fucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. From the projects, said he had beef. Asked me if I had my piece. Short 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roman strong, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', hope poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gap? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you scared, just a poster. Nigga, I toast you. Drunk, over Henny and skunk, on some brand new shit, beating down bitches in the back looking righteous, in a tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101, how to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation, plus in rotation. My man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and was smoking, drinking, got the hooker thinking. If money smell bad, then this nigga big and stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again, rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to low down, like kids got choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Can't we just all get along, so I can put stickies on her chest like little Sean? Get a pissy drunk over Dom Perignon.
Oh, baby, it's that time again. It's that time again. Oh my god. I am so damn excited. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. With this tidal wave of Shivambu, you are welcome to the Wingnut Roundup for November of 2019. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Oh, hello. Oh, well, hello.
Hey, Jeff, been watching you for years now.
Oh, that's good.
Watching your videos has always been a source of joy for me. It's blizzarding here and I just got home from work, so this is the perfect way to unwind.
Well, you have...
Love you, man.
Well, I love you, Raven Pendergast, and let me tell you something. You have exceptionally good timing to time one of the $10 and higher text-to-speech ones. Right as you go, that was perfect. That was awesome. Hello. Thank you for the welcome. See, that's kind of that's the only bad part about doing a live performance like this, instead, like rather than doing it in front of like a studio audience. Is I don't get to hear your responses, so that way I like instant encouragement. That's awesome. That jazzes me up. Wow, man, that's great. I love it. So I'll catch up with all the stuff that happened before we went live in just a moment. Tonight we will be drinking glog, or gloggy, depending on which Scandinavian country you're from. I just made this. Oh, I actually like went through and made like the traditional recipe too, with the quarterman. What the hell are those seeds called? Oh my god, what are they called? I have to know. It's been driving me crazy. It took me forever to find them too. I was actually almost late starting the roundup. Cardamom seeds. What the hell is that? I don't know what it is exactly, aside from it's obviously seeds, but it tastes delicious. In fact, I just got a seed in my mouth. Oh no, that's an almond. That's awesome. You know it's traditional because you get a bunch of shit in your mouth when you're drinking it. All right. So we're going to start out, first and foremost, I would like to send a very, very important happy birthday wish to Tom Collier. It's his 38th birthday. Your twin Ben wanted me to remind you. I also do owe you guys a video, but I wanted to do it live here on the roundup because I was being a bit of a slacker. So sorry about that. Thank you guys for all the letters. All the letters I got this month were not tagged safe for reading on stream, so we won't be doing that. I did get some more teas from my buddy Jail Not Here. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you, buddy. So I think that's pretty much everything extraneous that we need to do before we get to my one tiny bit, itty bitty, teeny tiny, of, how did I not set that up right? Oh, it's the wrong window. There we go. My tiny bit of shilling, which is, if you go over to brainforcesideffects.com and go check out my t-shirts, I should probably make some more. Cheese stored in the balls is still a fantastic and actually rather the first real profitable t-shirt I actually made. That was crazy. I made that once when I was very, very drunk. It happens. Some of the best art comes totally by accident. Ooh.
Every time Roundup is live, I am usually out and return home drunk to manage 15 minutes of squinting at stream and falling asleep behind my computer. Not today. Today I get drunk with you, Jeff. Cheers.
Cheers! Man, I'm so excited. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. It's so important to me. It really is. I say that every month, but you know what? It's true. It's honestly 100% true. It's from the heart. I love doing the roundup. And, you know, it's a tough time because this is the first holiday season for me and my dad without my mom. So we had our first Thanksgiving, our first real holiday together, you know, without her. And it went really well, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't hard. And so being able to do this so soon after that just cheers me up. So I really appreciate it. So if I seem kind of a little bit mopey pants, it's only because we just got started, and soon hanging out with you is going to wash that all away. I'm very excited. All right, so let's see. What do we have first? I put these in a very strange order. So I got really slammed with various different busy things this month, and it took its toll, but I sat down the last 3 days, and every moment I had to make sure I got a really good program put together. And I have a great one, especially the one at the end is, I can't believe I found it. But I put them in a very strange order. So we're just going to go with it. It's just going to be very open, very free form, and we're just going to bask in it. The first one that we're going to be enjoying today, and I don't want to dawdle, let's get into it because we got a lot. There's a movie coming out, apparently. It's called The Cosmic Secret. Now, there are some people... Oh, shit.
Can't stay, Jeff finally got some coinage and threw a bit your way. Where's your P.O. box so that I can send you some artwork? What's your favorite superhero, weeb animu or such? Gotta draw you something thing. Thanks for the entertainment all these years.
Okay, let's address that one first. Wow, wow, buddy, Don Dios Doodles, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Wow, yeah, that's incredibly generous. Thank you. My P.O. box is listed in every video that's not like a promo or the roundup itself, like my last one this month in pseudoscience, should have the P.O. box listed in it in the description. My favorite superhero, Nightcrawler from the X-Men or Doctor Doom. I'm a big Doctor Doom fan. Actually, I'm a huge Doctor Doom fan. And thank you for watching all these years. I really do appreciate that. That goes for all of you guys. I really do appreciate all the support through the years. It's been wonderful. Let me catch up real quick, too. Eve said, watching my first live roundup for 6 months. Hyped. Mortefero says, hype, here we go again. As does the phrases. Get anything from the Steam sale? I did. I got the Grim Dawn expansion packs that I needed because I want to try and get back into that game. I loved it. And Marha Muffin, it's called Glog. The O is pronounced almost like the EA sound of the word early. Glag, according to Danish pronunciation. Well, that's the interesting thing. Glog is pronounced and spelled differently depending on if you're talking about Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, or Finnish. They all drink it, they all call it something else, and they all make it differently. Very, 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 very distinct differences. This one in specific is a much more Swedish recipe. Because the Finnish recipe is like, just throw whatever they have in the cupboard into it, and it is glog! So, that's a good metaphor for pretty much anything that has to do with Finland. And I'm sure, I mean, I'm not offending any Finns, because if you ask any Finns, they'd be like, yeah, it's pretty much just right. That's what we're like. Livid Sphincter says pee-pee poo-poo. Pee-pee poo-poo to you. All right, let's do it. Cosmic Secret, let's see if you recognize any familiar faces in this trailer for this new movie coming out.
Your search for truth and deeper meaning has led you here.
Everyone in the UFO community is faced with how do you navigate a course through material that encompasses ancient civilizations, extraterrestrials, secret societies, and what is the relationship between those and the governance of our modern world?
I will let you in on a little secret. We are going to watch some David Wilcock later on today. As an experiment. We're going to experiment with some David Wilcock. If you've never seen him before, Arbor and Skeptic has some great videos with David Wilcock in it, and he's amazing. If you haven't experienced him yet, you will in a little bit.
There is more to this reality than you are being told.
A good starting point is to rethink everything that we thought we knew about history.
We don't even know our own potential as human beings.
I'm a researcher.
I was an FBI special agent.
I'm a secret space program whistleblower. Because of my unprecedented access in the programs, I was able to learn about an ancient race that they refer to as the Elder race.
They are the most evolved extraterrestrial group that has ever been involved with humanity.
They take a genetic approach to help them manage this great experiment of humanity. They also bring us various belief systems.
Isn't it interesting? All of religious traditions that Earth has end with a catastrophic event. We have this evidence hidden out in the open, but we don't ask the deeper questions.
I'm ready. My body is so very ready for this movie. I cannot even begin to articulate how excited I am.
The CIA declassified a document that describes a cataclysmic series of events.
The main message from these ETs are for us to prepare ourselves for this coming event.
This so-called apocalypse is actually not gloom and doom. It's a rebirth. There will be
a whole
new beginning.
Whoa, look at that, look at that!
Insiders are telling me this will lead to...
Insiders are telling me is like the catch-all thing. You could say fucking anything, man. You could say literally anything. Insiders are telling me that right now there are goblins living inside each and every one of our anuses, and that we don't actually poop. We are beings of perfect being and perfect light, in which we absorb every single nutrient that comes into our mouths. Instead, what we're getting thrown out is the extra-dimensional waste from another multidimensionality, and that these goblins are pulling. It's effectively the industrial waste of a multiversal society of very tiny people. I don't know, I just made that up.
some evolutionary leap in what it means to be human.
So, I've had this thing for a while where he's gonna see some of my really, really bizarre browsing habits lately. I've had this thing for a while where I get suspicious, not like conspiracy suspicious, when some of these types of groups or people end up with incredibly high quality production value. Not like this messed up green screen effect right over here. Not like that. Not like that at all. That's actually going to drive me crazy for the next 3 hours. But who's counting? Let's see. No, we're terrible. You know what? We might just have to do it. That's a little bit better. Okay, screw it. All right, we're fine. But every time that there's somebody like that who gets an immense amount of production value put into it, obviously there's some money coming. I'm like, well, hey, what is the motivation behind the people who are doing this? Do these wingnuts just somehow manage to get enough money together, or is there somebody who's starting to really produce this for entertainment value? And I wonder about that all the time. Those two dudes who interview David Wilcock all the time that we saw in there, we're gonna watch some of their stuff soon. Their channel's a good example. They have like BuzzFeed quality video production, and you're like, how? How did they get that? That doesn't make any sense. It's very strange.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Let's see. Roro Octo. Hey from Wales. Ironically, a UFO hotspot. That's true. Dreadful D. Thanks for brightening my day. Well, thank you for brightening mine. The Packhead. Weird question, but any idea why so many wingnuts claim to be able to cure LGBT people? As an LGBT person, this always creeped me out. It creeps me out as well. I feel ya. Why they believe so, I think, is fear. Ultimately, I think most of these things are always going to come down to a type of fear. I think people have this tendency to see homosexuality. Wow, Bob's going to be like almost transparent this whole time. Is it going to bother you guys? Or can we just live with it? Can we live with it? Hope so. Most of the time when you have like these wingnuts who have these conspiracies about LGBT stuff, I think it's because they are afraid, and it's because they don't really understand, or they fall into the tendency to be like, well, I'm fine. Well, wait, do I have a good voice modulation for this? Not really. I'll just use this one.
Well, I'm fine with them queers as long as they ain't trying to touch my dick, you know what I'm saying?
When in reality, you probably look like somebody ran you over with a truck. So, I don't know. I think that's probably why. So, they are inherently fearful from it, and because they are part of a conspiratorial mind, they then latch that onto some sort of, like, agenda. There's a gay agenda that's, like, forcibly converting people. Or they're hyper religious, and they believe, like, there's no way a designer could design people to be gay. I think that's probably why. Either way, it's incredibly fucked up when people do it. It's really weird. Miss November, I'm so excited to finally be catching a stream live and on my birthday too. Happy birthday! Keep up all the great work. I will do my best. JSC Hong might do a show where I drink booze, tell stories, talk film, science, history, lit, and shoot to shit. I'm gonna call it Bourbon NC Hill. Would you watch that? I would. Of course I would. This is great. I like independent media, independently produced media where people just, just express themselves. That's what YouTube was always supposed to be about. Warpalm, 19 seconds in, that's someone's mock drawing of Sonic from the original Sonic trailer. Get out of here, no way. Is it really? No way. Oh my god. If that is, I'm gonna fucking shit. That would be hilarious. Can anybody confirm that? Because I would laugh my ass off. BC Brant.
That I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
BC Brant says, greetings from the road near Point Pleasant, West Virginia, home of Mothman. Glad to be listening to the rest of the way home. Keep me awake, Papa Jeff. We actually have a woman from West Virginia in the roundup. But we'll get to that here in just a little bit. First, I wanted to do something a little bit interesting for our next one, and I'll catch up with the rest of the Streamlabs and Super Chats in just a second. A couple of questions that I did see from the chat. I have been on Hannibal and Monty's show. They're wonderful, and I love them. I'd love to go on again. And I did see the Right Opinions video on the Extreme Games kids and his take on Dr. John Bergman. Rest assured, I'll be tackling John Bergman again pretty soon. If not this month, next month, again. Because if you think AIDS denialism was the worst thing that dude believed in, no way. All right, next up. This is Elizabeth April. Elizabeth April is a very special person. I am a big fan of Elizabeth. I really, really like watching her stuff, just randomly, for no real purpose other than because she has an amazingly bright personality, and the way she just factually talks about things that are so completely insane is very charming to me. Very, very charming. So we're gonna listen to the intro, and then I'm gonna skip the 10 minutes it takes for her to actually get to the video, because all of her videos are live streams.
Hello everyone on YouTube, and hello everyone on Facebook. Super nice to see you again. Wow, today packed full of information as always. We're gonna be talking about biohacking. We're going to be talking about DNA. We're going to be talking about the alien human agenda. We're going to be talking about what different interdimensional species out there do when it comes to genetics, biohacking, hybrid species. We're going to go deep today. So hello.
And then from here, it takes her 10 minutes to get through her merch cell, and apparently her Facebook crashes. But anyway, we'll skip ahead to where she actually starts the video. I hope that gives you a good primer on where we're going. If you'd like to see more of me watching Elizabeth April on Jeff Holiday 2, Electric Boogaloo, my other channel that I sometimes use a lot and sometimes don't use at all, I watched an episodic hour-long video of hers, and I cut it up into 5 videos of me watching it. It's amazing. All right, here we go. Open your minds, everybody. Open your minds.
Of my own shameless plugs, because of course, gotta make money somehow. Okay, I've been binge watching Harry Potter for like 2 weeks now. I'm on the 6th movie. It's crazy because I grew up on the books and the movies later on. But wow, like I know why that's the main thing that I really resonated with back in the day, back in childhood, is because I seriously feel like the real life Harry Potter, like in so many ways. Like I literally feel like I am existing in this world that is not the real world, and I'm also like helping to empower others to be their own masters of this other world. Like it's so wild, and I feel like my school, like the School of Awakening, is like Hogwarts. I don't know. I'm such a nerd, but man, it's been mind-blowing rewatching the series and understanding the...
You see what I mean? She's so damn charming. She is a wingnut, and she is trying to like sell a bunch of bullshit to people, but she's charming.
Light and the dark battle, and the binary system, and all of the kind of themes that are interplayed within the Harry Potter series. So I just thought that was cool, and I just wanted to let you know. I totally feel like the real life Harry Potter. It is what it is.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Okay, so let's talk about biohacking.
Let's do it.
The only reason why I bring up biohacking this week, which was so divine and so synchronistic with the whole alien hybrid topic, is that my girlfriend, she's a, what does she do? Like marketing, influencer marketing, content creation. She does the whole online thing, which is cool and really helpful for me because I'm so not tech savvy. But she started getting really into the concept of biohacking recently. She's like, babe, do you want to know what biohacking is? She's like, you practically teach people this. I'm like, what? And then I learn about it. I'm like, ooh, this is really cool. So I'm going to define it for all of you since I didn't even know what it was 2 days ago.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Okay,
Please.
so there's 2 different types or 2 different definitions commonly that you will hear about biohacking. But once again, consciousness and God and spirituality, they're all different sort of, everyone can perceive these terms in a different way. So 2 different mainstream definitions of biohacking. The first one is, and this is where a lot of like life coaching and things like that come in. Okay, making small changes such as diet and lifestyle in order to improve your life. Pretty simple. You improve your diet, you take some supplements, you exercise, 20 minutes a day, I don't know, and maybe you meditate, and that's called biohacking. You can literally hack your biology by making small incremental changes that are actually going to have really big and really profound effects on your life.
All right, what's number two? What's number two?
Okay. So then we have another definition of biohacking, which is actually called, and this is, when I think about biohacking, immediately I think about the second definition rather than the first. And I think the first is maybe more mainstream or more popular version of biohacking. And tell me in the comments, like, have you guys ever heard of biohacking? Like, what's your interpretation when I say biohacking? It sounds like a pretty cool term. So, okay, yes. So the other second definition of biohacking is biological experimentation, which means incorporating drugs, incorporating genealogy, incorporating implants and those kind of things, like even technology into the body. That's another form of biohacking.
Uh-huh.
I'm not used to wearing like lipstick, so I'm like, what is going on my face? Sorry. Okay. And then, so biohacking, super interesting. Okay, so I think the concept overall of biohacking is super important for humans. And I would kind of mix both definitions of biohacking into one, which is being in full control over your biology. That's what I would define biohacking is being in full control over our biology. Now, if you really think about it, we are being taught every day, every moment, every social media post, every, childhood thing that you were taught in education by your teachers or your parents, right? We're being taught that we're not in control of this body, Now, especially these days, we're taking back more of that control and responsibility by exercising more or stretching or eating the right things that resonate with us. But essentially, we have been taught and programmed and brainwashed to think.
So when will CRISPR be mentioned in this Wingnut? If this is her first time ever hearing about biohacking, I don't think she's very familiar with CRISPR. Probably not. I saw a couple of people in the chat saying things like, well, look, everything is hacking this, hacking that. And you're right. I mean, it's life hacks. Ooh, we love life hacks. Or life hacks that are like DI, why would you ever do that kind of thing? Those are really popular. I'm kind of addicted to those. But yeah, biohacking with genealogy because aliens. I don't think she's got a very firm grasp. In one of her videos that I watched previous to this, she fully believes that there is such a thing as multidimensional galactic federation of light that governs over all quantum realities. So,
think that, our body, our biological systems are out of our control. Oh, it's just in your genes. Oh, you got cancer because you got cancer. We don't really know why you got cancer. What we need to understand is that, and it's okay, I'll just tell you, in high school and elementary school, like I was such a bad student. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys thought that I was like a genius or whatever. Maybe you guys thought that I was like dumb as bricks. I don't know. But I was like, I wasn't very good in the education system at all. Like I almost failed grade 3. But the one class that I got 95 in high school was genetics.
Wow.
It was the oddest thing. All of a sudden, I was just brilliant, and it was in genetics. And I'm like, ooh, where did this come from? But I love it, right? And it was just, and I believe it's, it's these guys right here. I mean, they allow me, this connection allows me to be really connected to genes and genetics and DNA. And so I understand it at this level that's almost like, it's not from what I've read, it's from what I just know. I mean, that's what being a channeler is all about. Anyway, so
I forgot about that. She's a channeler. I'm sorry, I forgot.
We have the predisposition for every DNA sequence to infinity and then times infinity. Okay? Once again, I believe that we have a realm of possibilities within us. We only, at any single point in time, have about 10% of our DNA activated. So we have 90% DNA that is deactivated or not currently working for us. Science, good old science, likes to call this junk DNA. So when we think about this DNA, what they say is that everyone is predisposed to cancer. Every one of us has a cancer cell or the cancer proteins that could potentially create cancer once activated by another protein or another gene or another cell, right? We all have the predisposition for cancer, but they can't understand or...
No, not right. Not okay. No, one. I'm gonna poop my pants. This is fucking great. Okay. All right. So I don't remember where exactly it's from. I used to know where the direct quote of it came from. But way back in the day, there was a trope that we only use 10% of our brain capacity, and the other 90% we don't use. That is bullshit. 100% bullshit. That's not the case at all. We actually use pretty much all of our brains all the fucking time. It's just, it's how we use it. And it's our ability to even know that we're using it, to consciously control it. That's the difference. So that's where things get kind of interesting. My amazing friend, Mr. Jables Boogly, who's a moderator, reminded me that I don't have a link to my new Discord. So I am now updating the description of this. So now, in the description, not only can you find links to my Twitch, but also to my public Discord, if you'd like to come and hang out. Twitch supporters and patrons get access to premium areas. It's just chat rooms. That's all. But we do watch sports together. It's kind of fun. Okay. We have so much to get to, but she's so good. Like, we could do a Wingnut Roundup where we did nothing but just watch Elizabeth April videos, and it would probably be the most entertaining shit in the fucking world. We're going to give her 60 more seconds, and then we're going to go on with the rest of the roundup. And if we've got a little bit of extra time, maybe we'll click over and listen a little bit more to her video, because it's so good. She's so fun.
Comprehend why some people get cancer and some people don't. It's all about vibrational frequency. You could have the most money, you could have the best healthcare, you could have come from the best genes in the entire universe, and you could still potentially get cancer. Why? Because you're probably a super low vibrational, very negative, or so wrapped up in emotions that you're unable to let things go, and that creates disease in your body.
Oh my fucking God.
That we create this within ourselves. We are and always have been in full control of our genetic makeup. We are and have always been in full control of our biology. And therefore, biohacking, it's a super cool term, and I think I'm going to definitely use it moving forward, but it's nothing new, not at all. If anything, we were more connected to our own biology at an intuitive and energetic and vibrational level millennia ago.
When we were getting eaten alive by tigers and died of disease at their age 32. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. Nothing gets you more in tune with nature than being murdered by it. That's just the truth. I don't make the rules. All right. Anyway, we're going to give Elizabeth a little bit of time to cool down on them hot takes. Got to wind that wisdom back in. Holy shit. All right. Let me see. Where am I catching up from? Croissant says, I can't afford more, but I wanted to tell you that thank you for what you're doing. If you just give me hope that world can change for the better. I hope it can too. I really hope it can too. This wasn't actually a Streamlabs super chat, but I did happen to glance over and somebody asked about their dad megadosing on vitamin C. Megadosing on anything can be dangerous. It can. It absolutely can. But the thing about megadosing on vitamin C, your body can only absorb so much vitamin C at a given point in time with just the basic fundamentals of how ingestion works. So overly megadosing on it is either going to hurt you or it just won't fucking work and it's a waste of money. That's just how these things go. Like, people who think like vitamin C is a universal panacea of whatever's wrong with you. Nah, sorry guys, it's not. It's just not. Kate P says, "Goddamn awesome morning." Good morning to you. Alexa Carmack finally got here soon enough to watch the whole thing. I'm locked in with my continental breakfast and my Irish blend tea. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm glad you're here. Fleshaga, show feet, please. I only have stockinged feet, but they are new gold toes, but now they're covered in cat fur because my cat sheds. I keep telling him to stop. Black Jill says, interdimensional waste. I identify as a dumpster. Same. JSC Hong, bourbon and chili, not bourbon in chill. NC chill. Oh, bourbon in chill. Oh, okay. I thought you said chili. Weird. Kirby Hwecker, thank you for your content. A chiropractor gave me a fake diagnosis, and I actually have neurofibromatosis. Oh, shit. Tumor on my lower spine and 2 in my brain. Oh, buddy. Well, my thoughts go out to you, man. I hope you're doing well. Dragon of the West, thank you, buddy. Vitamin C is water-soluble, so most likely be peed out. Correct. Yes. I didn't think you could really, like, overdose on vitamin C, but I know you can on vitamin D.
In the solar system are doing very well.
Aw. Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. Vitamin D, you absolutely can, though. Vitamin D is, you gotta be careful with supplementation. The Mortifero says, this is a joke video, right? Elizabeth April? No, it's not. That's what she believes. Ghostly Enigma, where can I find a place to be biohacked so I'm half Samaritan Tigger, and how much is it? You got me, man. Lee Sayberg, happy Thanksgiving, Jeff. Hopefully you and Memory are doing great. We are, thank you. Best of luck to you, and God, did I miss the roundup? I did too. Cillian Holland, first live roundup. Wow me on the night shift in real life. Oh, man, I'm going to wow you. Some shit is fucking crazy. 2 more, and then we're going to get going. Hey, Jeff, I hope all is well with you, from Brandon Walden. Because of your videos, I passed a vaccine question on my GED test, so cheers to you for that. Cheers to you, buddy. Congrats on passing your GED. And Shanna Riley, thanks, Jeff, for all you do. Happy to have finally made a live roundup. I'm glad you're here, too. Okay. I don't know how much of this video I'm really going to be able to tolerate because of who it is, but the subject matter made me laugh like a lunatic, so here we go.
For an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Most of you who have followed my channel are familiar with Will Ferrell, obviously, and all of the stuff that I pointed out, the blood ritual thing that he did on some horrible comedy show on television, and they even had to have the guy go out and do they pretty much were referencing this channel because he went out, he said, all these people on the internet are talking about satanic rituals and we were just joking around. And I pointed out all of these things throughout Will Ferrell's career, the mocking of Jesus and everything else. But recently people on my website have been asking me to cover this video. This is actually not a new video that Will Ferrell did. It's like 9 to 10 years old. But since people kept asking me to do it, and it is relevant to the things that I talk about on this channel.
First time catching alive. Woot. I've been a fan for a while. Currently I've been trying to watch all your videos from oldest to newest in up to yada.
Ooh.
Also, I love watching you with my grandma. You get her so worked up, it's hilarious.
Hello to Grandma. I hope you're doing great. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I recently went back and started watching some of my older videos just to see, like, the progression, and it's very strange. It's very strange. I've considered doing something like my buddy Chris Reagan's done and kind of like do a retrospective on like how I've changed and moved throughout the years. Maybe I'll do that as like an end of the year video around the time for New Year's. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're getting a chance to hang out. First live roundup. Hell yeah. All right, anyway, let's go. This is great. This is great because of what clip he's going to play.
Get a load of this video where Will Ferrell is selling babies, selling young toddlers, clown babies, and just, it's really just disturbing, especially knowing what we all know about the occult from Pizzagate all the way down. Take a look at this.
Come on down to Donald Mahanahan, original child clown outlet. I'm the original child clown out. Clown out, clown out. Oh, you're gonna love my clowns. Come on! I breed them myself. These clowns come from Donnie's.
So, if you're not aware, this is from Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric's awesome show. Great job. Which is one of my favorite shows of all time. I adore and worship Tim and Eric, and pretty much that whole crew that works on that. John C. Reilly for Check It Out, blah, blah, blah. And the idea that somebody is actually getting upset about a Tim and Eric sketch is so great. Is so amazing.
Why try some other man's seat? My seat's fresh. Let's get something straight. It's not my fault. My son touched those clowns. He broke the golden rule. Never touch the clowns. Let the clowns touch you. Hey, not now. Use the stick to him. I told him.
God fucking damn it. I'm just imagining, like, how this must look to somebody who believes, you know, like there's this massive, overwhelming conspiracy that Hollywood is trafficking in children. Holy shit.
Did he listen? Hey, that's for a jury to decide. Come to me, Donnie. Hey, for the last time, quiet. I'm gonna have to put him in cages they can't see through. Hey, this is Gabriel. Hey, I made him. He's fresh. No, not a good time right now. I'm gonna have to bury him in the back if he keeps acting like this.
You get the most out of your child clowns.
When your child clowns arrive, they may not want to come out of their carrier.
This is so great. I can't imagine a better way to, like, promote old Tim and Eric episodes than to take them serious. This is so ridiculous, dude.
If shyness occurs, gently tap on the clown box. The first thing a child clown will look for is food. Child clowns are not fed in their clown boxes, so expect them to arrive very hungry. Child clown may be reluctant to perform in an amusing fashion. We recommend Steve Mahanahan's child clown poison spray.
Ah, fuck.
Use my horn! Outlet. Why not use our child clowns for your next party or special event? It's a fact. Our child clowns are washed and diapered daily, and now we made returning your child clown even easier. Just use one of our many Mahanahan's Child Clown Express drop-off at discreet adult party that you need clown cater. Use my clown! We're going out of business. Time to close up shop. I touched a clown. Now I'm going to jail.
I mean, you know, is somebody supposed to watch that and find that funny?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Children, you know, there's kids in cages, for crying out loud. You know, he's hitting him with a stick. He at one point says, I made him, he's fresh. I might have to bury him in the back if he keeps acting like this. They're talking about burying the kid. You know, they had kids like licking up food off the floor. And there's even this just ridiculous, you know, reference to MK Ultra. And this is actually what really happens if you read, you know, some of the books out there about how trauma-based mind control works. These are the tactics they use on these children. They literally will make them sleep deprived. That's how, you know, one of the tactics they use to cause this trauma. And they'll do stuff like blowing the horn, you know, in the kid's ear to keep them awake. These are things that people who have come out of, who have been satanically, ritually abused, you know, have come out and admitted and talked about these things.
I gotta see the comments. I gotta know how bad this is. Whosoever hurts little children, God will make them suffer and pay for eternity. Okay. All right, John. It's absolutely disgusting. One of the most disturbing things I've seen. How can anyone think this is funny? I remember Will making videos with his daughter where he had her cussing like a truck driver. Not surprised with a satanic freak who attends Abromavic spirit cooking dinners. Oh, fuck. Man, I should do like a Christmas spirit cooking special or something. Like, That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. I don't have nearly enough people thinking that I'm an Illuminati Satanist. I gotta work on that. God protect the children. Cake as humans? Really? Perverted minds. I don't know. We'll give it another 30 seconds or so. I thought this was so goddamn funny, dude.
Things and the tactics that I've used. Now I'm going to show you these other clips from, just to put everything together. If you're not somebody who is aware of all this stuff revolving around Will Ferrell and what he is, I mean, it's unbelievable, right? Always referencing to these things, always joking about children. Right? Even in Zoolander 2, they even had the satanic ritual at the end of the movie where they were sacrificing, Zoolander's kid. I mean, it's all in your face, right? And then they use...
I don't think I've actually seen Zoolander 2. I don't remember that. Does that happen in Zoolander 2? I love Zoolander 1. I quote it, like, almost daily. I am one of those people. I quote movies all the fucking time. It's pretty bad. You just ate 52 pizza rolls? Dude, I want pizza rolls. What the fuck? Oh my god. That sounds so good right now. Probably because I'm drinking what smells and tastes like hot dumpster. But goddamn Gloggy is good. Well, I don't want him spoiling Zoolander 2 for me. So
in the solar system are doing very well.
Yum yum. Is everything okay? Oh God, I'm sorry. Don't put the lid on it. Then turn the heat off. Memory almost got burned by the glog. Sorry, baby. That's the problem with not being able to monitor like my own alcohol when I'm cooking it, because it's got to stay warm. You don't want cold glog. Can you devise? Can you say hi? Come say hi for a second. Hello. Memory will come and hang out with you guys here in a little bit when I need to take a pee break. I was gonna see if you would be willing to take up the challenge of figuring out how to strain that noxious concoction. You look thrilled. How about I figure it out once you take over?
I can strain your glog.
You can strain my glog? That's what marriage is all about. Get you a woman who will strain your glog. Or a man. Or someone of indeterminate gender. Just find somebody who will strain your weird, esoteric, Scandinavian alcohol. Okay? That's goals. That's goals. You're gonna do it in my Bill Cosby sweater? I can't even really see. I found a Bill Cosby sweater yesterday. It's gonna be kind of weird because there's green in it. You made a really dumb mistake. What did you make a dumb mistake of?
I started to sand the top of
Hey, you gotta come closer.
I started to sand the top of my table that I'm making.
Uh-huh.
But I was sanding it by hand, which is fine, except for I was in my office.
Oh.
So there's like wood dust all over my office right now.
Oh my god.
I swept it up as best I could, but fuck, that was really dumb. Oh yeah, and like half see through.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's fine.
That's so good.
It's cold. All right, I will strain your glog, my love.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm gonna also hold this out a little bit like that. That kind of helps it a little bit. Now you can see the light though. Is that better? That is better. That actually helped quite a bit. Where are we at? Dragon of the West. You know, I'm really surprised the Pizzagate people haven't claimed that Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein to keep the Pizzagate quiet. There have been some people who have made that connection between like Epstein and Pizzagate and that sort of thing. I don't know how compelling it is necessarily. I'm learning to like mute the microphone before I start swinging it around. Maro says, I introduced my partner to your content a few months back. This is a little thank you from both of us for making so much content we enjoy. Stay awesome. The idea that people watch my stuff together really makes me happy. Hearing that couples watch my stuff together, hearing that somebody's watching me with their grandma, I love it. I think that's absolutely wonderful. It is still very strange when somebody sends me a picture and they're like, see, you're on the big TV in the living room. I'm like, no, that's weird. But actually, secretly, I think it's fucking awesome and really, really awesome and sweet and super awesome. I'll just keep saying the word awesome over and over again. Anyway, moving on. Shivambu! We're going to check in and see how Megan X Rose is doing. If you don't remember Megan X Rose, she is the woman who, through using self-hypnosis, made her boobs grow bigger. And also regrew her hymen and became a virgin again through hypnosis. So this is Beware the Fake Alien Invasion, Project Bluebeam Exposed. I'm going to do my best to try and, like, monitor the audio because I know it sounds kind of weird. I haven't watched this whole thing, but like the beginning is a little weird. So I'm going to do my best.
So basically, the elites have a plan to fake an alien invasion using Project Bluebeam, which is basically holographic technology that can project images into the sky. And they're going to do this to disguise the return of Jesus Christ.
Thank you for existing and making awesome content. Also, would you like some real Swedish glögg? I could send you some smiley face.
I would love some. That would be amazing. Yeah. I know sometimes there's some issues with shipping alcohol across international lines, but if you guys do like premixes of the spices, sometimes it's easier. You'd have to check with your post office, like whichever shipping system you use. But I would love that. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much, Elin. I really appreciate you. All right, so they're gonna try and distract you from the return of the Lord Jesus Christ with fake alien blue beams.
And the rapture as an alien invasion, and they're going to try and say that we were lifted off of the planet because the planet is trying to ascend and we were not fit for ascension. This is a huge lie, and we see it in predictive programming all of the time. Research Project Bluebeam, it's a huge government project. They can basically project any type of hologram into the sky.
The V-2 rocket was invented by Wernher von Braun. His spokeswoman for the last 4 or 5 years of his life is a whistleblower on our team, Carol Rosen. And she said on his deathbed, Wernher von Braun said, they're going to basically hoax an alien threat to unite the world around a military junta, doing the psychological warfare
That's like the whole plot of Watchmen, the original Watchmen, not the TV show, which I have been watching, and I like quite a bit. I think it's interesting as somebody who loved the comic, but yeah, anyway, sorry.
Preparation since the 50s and 60s. So what I'm saying to people is that 90+% of everything on this subject on the internet, in documentaries, on TV, is disinformation designed to sow confusion.
Okay. Megan, a couple of things. Number one, work on them cuts. The cuts are a bit rough. Two, I'm not really sold on the ability that Bluebeam has to convince people with that hologram. That's just putting that out there.
So they can make you see whatever they wanted into the sky, and they use stratospheric injections of aerosols to help make the sky a more projectable area for holograms. And this is a highly likely possibility that they will try and disguise the second coming of Christ as an alien invasion. Alien agenda, real quick. Aliens are fallen angels. They are not from other planets. They are just fallen angels.
Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Whoa. Hang on. So you see, they're going to try and fake an alien invasion to distract you from the fact that the Lord Jesus Christ is coming back. He's the second coming. He's coming back. but they're going to try and fool you into thinking that it's not actually Jesus. Don't accept Jesus in your heart. Instead, it's aliens. But by the way, those aren't aliens. That's just a hologram. But by the way, the real aliens are not actually aliens. Real aliens are not real. They're demons who are spawns of the Nephilim. Okay. Okay.
Angels of the Nephilim who bred with the women and children on Earth, and they created hybrids. And the aliens come back and they're going to try and say that they're from advanced civilizations where there's no war, there's only happiness, we can manifest anything we want, it's a perfect utopia, the new Earth, etc. Do not fall for this lie. This lie was already predicted in the Bible over 2,000 years ago, that these things would happen and that these entities would come back. And they are demons. So for those of you who don't know who Aleister...
Oh my god, that's really loud. Like I said, I'm doing my best to... Huh? Not... Yeah, they might have taught me off a little bit. There's still some almonds and shit in there. Can you? You are a princess. No, you're a queen.
Crowley he was a famous Satanist in the early 1900s who loved to play around with the occult and channeled many spirits during his time. One of the spirits that he channeled was named Lam, Lam, and this spirit told him that today the people of Earth are going to call him a demon, but tomorrow they will call him something else. And he was referring to the fact that he would be called an alien in modern times and not a demon. However, this is deception. These creatures are demons. They are fallen angels of the Nephilim that bred with men and tampered with our DNA, and they are not aliens. There is no such thing as an alien. This is a deception. There is no such thing as extraterrestrial life. And this deception is going to deceive people into thinking that an alien... And they will take your soul.
I swear to God, the editing is so bad. Also, I don't know how. I have this thing. And, it's not working. It's cold as fuck in here. Oh my god. That's a bummer, man. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go buy a new heater, because December's Wingnut Roundup is gonna be cold. I think we got a good idea of what Megan was trying to get across. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable not finishing the last minute and a half of that one.
Are doing very well.
I think we can all agree to that, can't we? I think so. Maybe. Yeah. More glog. We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, if you think that's bad, like, oh god. Oh yeah. Oh shit. We got somebody. We got to catch up on here in just a second. Elin. Oh yeah, I already got that one. Thank you for making us kind of. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Beach 8 says Uncle Hyman died long ago. Don't want him back now. Your Uncle Hyman? Did you actually have an uncle named Hyman? That would be really unfortunate. Not gonna lie, that'd be pretty wild. Dizzy Dream says my ex believed this 100% and tried to convince me. It's straight up fear mongering. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean. 90% of all the pseudoscience that I deal with all the time, it's all based on fear. Fear is what they're selling, and fear is what you are consuming. It's really strange. 4143, ominous music, and I know a guy who knows a guy. Must be true. Also, how can I beat Nier Automata tutorial? I'm 10 hours in and still in the tutorial. Seriously, for real. I don't know. I played that game. I got through the first stage, and then I just never played it again. And I feel really bad, because it's a really cool game. I just didn't do it. Did Uncle Hyman get stabbed? Oh, that's a bad joke. You should feel bad for that one. All right. So very briefly, we're not gonna play this very much. We'll probably skip through it a little bit, but I wanted to let people know because some people have been asking me for a while. They've been asking, Jeff, what has been happening with Sunfruit Dan? What has gone on in the world of Sunfruit Dan? Well,
other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Both me and Miles Power and a couple other people, we warned Sunfruit Dan. We're like, dude, if you keep telling people specifically certain specific things, like things about turpentine, for instance, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in a lot of trouble if you keep trying to tell people that this is okay to do. It's not. Like, you need to stop telling people to poison themselves. He didn't listen, and he got his channel yeeted, his main channel. Well, he's remade his main channel, and it is not taking off. But he already had a channel called Conscious Calisthenics. This is his channel that he's had for a while here. I don't remember how many subs do you have right now, buddy? It doesn't even say. Yeah, it doesn't even really say what it is. But he at least breaks over 1,000, sometimes multiple thousands of views per video. Which is why he's mostly uploading to it now. Dan has a new girlfriend, and Dan has decided after 6 years of vegan, he is now doing raw meat.
It's just like... Hey, it's Danny from Conscious Calisthenics here. I am here with... You can check out our YouTube channel. She's now started posting videos on yoga, link down below. And we have been eating animal foods for around 20 days now. And I was vegan for around 6 years. She hadn't eaten red meat for like 15 years or so. If you don't know why I'm no longer vegan, there'll be a link up above. So today, we're going to do one of these ex-vegan couple eat for the first time video. And this is pasture-raised Tasmanian beef liver, antibiotic-free, hormone-free. And look at that. It's all fully defrosted because it's sent frozen. So much blood. Vegans, eat your heart out. Hopefully you can smell that through the camera.
And if you go to Conscious Calisthenics, what's really interesting is how do you go from vegan to raw meat? A lot of people do this. A lot of people. If you pay really close attention to the health craze, alternative nutrition type of YouTube, you'll see people do this a lot. They'll go up and down, like moving from fad to fad to fad. Dan himself would be like, when he was on turpentine, he'd be like, I'm all about the turpentine video, turpentine. Why I'm not doing turpentine? Then he's on to Wim Hof technique, Wim Hof. Why I'm not doing Wim Hof? Like, they go in these cycles. And then the biggest cycle, the reboot of a brand that's otherwise dead, is to go from vegan to carnivore. So
it's just a bit of blood. Look at that. It's like a jelly sweet.
And the thing is, and this is probably the most important thing. This is probably the most important thing that I could impart to you about this topic. Seriously, is it's very simple. Not one of these motherfuckers that make these goddamn videos, not one of them believes a fucking word they're saying. None of them. They're all full of shit. All of them. Full stop. Anyway. It's so amazing, my connection with the spiritual world, only eating vegetables and not causing any harm or causing any death on the animals, and so... Bullshit. Bullshit. You don't give a fuck. None of you give a fuck. It's all bullshit. It's all a way to try and pander to somebody so you'll watch and you'll consume.
Taste, and it's definitely really good quality because it's a very dark colour, which means it's way more nutrient rich. And she's going to try it.
Dark colors are more nutrient rich. Sure, buddy.
First, and we'll see what her expression is. And I'm going to just take a chunk off of here. So, Yeah, wish us luck. We're doing this for your entertainment. Come on, then.
You've got blood on your chin.
Explain to them what's going on. Oh, wow.
I can't chew it.
I can chew it. Well, you chewed. I think you had a bigger bit than me. So it's like, it's quite hard to chew. Like, when I'm pulling this part, it's quite stringy, isn't it? Like, when you bite it all down, it's actually hard to bite the rest of it down. There's another bit. I'll try a bigger bit. It's got a really funny texture. Yeah.
Don't eat raw meat. Don't do that. I don't give a fuck if it came in a fucking bag and it's like, oh, it's hormone-free, GMO-free, straight from a fucking cow. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's a reason we cook our fucking food. Before we cooked our food, we died in our 30s, okay? Don't be this fucking idiot. Don't do that. Cook your fucking food. Sanford Dan is a fucking idiot. Anyway. Shivambu! I just wanted to, I wanted to give you guys a little heads up, a little catch up on what's been going on with Dan. I'm really wishing his new girlfriend some luck, because Dan's got a bad track record, doesn't he?
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Dragon of the West says she claims there's no extraterrestrial life, but what about all of those astronauts in orbit? Their life that's not on Earth, and what happened with Elon Musk found the Martian Congressional Republic? Then we'll have tons of extraterrestrial human life. Technically true. Also says, when you said he was eating raw meat and mentioned his girlfriend, I had a totally different idea. I get it. I get it. I don't know why people eat raw meat when it tastes so much better with a dry rub, slow cooked for hours, or in an instant pot. There is thoughts. I've never gotten a satisfactory answer. I'll
My
say
grandma wanted to say hi. She says her favorite nutcase was Jillian. She loved that episode about her. Philin is happy someone is virtually slapping down sense into these people.
Grandma, I am so happy you mentioned that. I'm so happy you mentioned that. I'm going to finish my thought real quick, and then I'm going to make your day, okay? I'm going to make your day. There are thoughts. I've never gotten the full confirmation of this one way or the other on what the scientific community fully believes. But there were thoughts that our appendix was used in the processing of raw meat. And there are some people who, for a long time, have believed that you can retrain your appendix to not be a superfluous organ and instead do something if you eat small amounts of raw meat. It probably is bullshit. Probably. It's much safer to just cook our food because it was an advance in technology that obviously benefited us overall. But it's something that I think is kind of an interesting thing to consider. I have consumed raw meat before in my life.
That I've created in the
I don't suggest it.
Well.
All right. Tim M said, "Did Jillian fix the clock yet?" Hang on. Holly Gamble says, "Hey Jeff, I'm a long-time watcher, first-time donating. Just wanted to say thank you for all your work. Loving that today I get to see the roundup on my birthday before work. Keep up the amazing work." Holly, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for that. That's very, very sweet of you. I hope you have an awesome day. Sorry you have to work on your birthday, but hopefully I can make you feel better before you do. So, for Grandma, for Tim.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
4143 says, breaking news, YouTube couple in hospital for eating raw meat. That's good. All right. For Grandma, Lee's grandma, Lee's grandma, Lee? Grandma. And for Holly on her birthday. You mentioned it. Oh, and no, actually, Holly didn't. But happy birthday, Holly. But Tim, we're gonna catch up with Jillian. See, Jillian here did us a favor and actually made a video that was not an hour and 20 minutes long. This is a video that is 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Now, I love this video, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because this video is pure, undistilled Jillian babble. Because we know now and we've known for a long time, but we know very well by now that Jillian has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. She never did. But it's amazing to see just how completely nutcase she actually is in regards to this. When she tries to explain just very basic concepts. So here we go. And by the way, no, she has not fixed the fucking clock.
I'll do my nose real quick. All right, so real quick, I just want to show you a picture of what the cures and reproduction do to a society. So cures plus reproduction closes the gap, and the death process becomes shorter and shorter. So you're seeing life begins when you cure death, right? Life begins when you cure death. So what are the cures at the beginning of life?
What? Life begins when you cure death. I'm trying to read this too. So let's, I mean, maybe my glasses, I need to get better ones or something, but like, life cures, I think that's supposed to be vaccines, maybe? Then reproduction. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. All right. You know what? Just explain it.
If it's the vaccine, so you don't die from SIDS or some other preventable disease. There's different cures, antibiotics, whatever kids get when they're first born. They get the eye gel, whatever. They get other injections. And then as bodies keep reproducing, the cures keep becoming more prevalent. So the cures are actually compounding. So reproduction and cures are actually closing the gap.
Okay, so reproduction and cures are closing the gap between life and death?
Between life and death.
Okay.
And we're only 300 years old in America, and the vaccine industry is only about 300 years old. Biotech is only about as old as America, okay, because it started off in the 1700s over there in Germany and in Europe, Italy, okay, and it got transferred over here to America because the Germans in World War II, the
Other
Nazis
planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
I don't think there's a town called Europe in Italy, but whatever.
brought over here, and they turned all of their evil stuff into now good. Okay, because you can turn evil into good and good into evil relative to the intention.
Is that what they did? Is that what they did?
At the beginning of life, when you're looking at medicine, vaccines, and biotech, you are.
You see, the Germans, they were doing bad, but then they came to America, they did good. Wow, fuck. Holy shit.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
No wonder I keep having to make videos on this woman. She's such a deep fucking thinker. My shallow dog brain can barely even comprehend. All I hear is bark, 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 bark. Makes no sense to me. So that's the problem. This whole time I've been thinking that she was just dumb. She's just on a whole nother fucking level, man.
Starting life, giving people options for life, but we have become very imbalanced with all the cures that people are chasing. When you chase a cure, you're trying to close the gap between life and death, making the death process, instead of being prolonged, where, okay, maybe you live to be 100 years, 200 years, right? No, you're closing the gap and making it shorter and shorter. So kids are developing faster and faster. Yes, they're little geniuses at 9 years old, the CRISPR kids, the gene-edited kids, but now you're going to see shortened lifespan with a lot more imbalances. So that's why, yes, the J juice will compete against the CRISPR kids, because now you'll have not just...
I feel like I can't take a week break from Jillian, or I don't know what she's talking about. Because usually I know exactly what she's talking about. Like, because now it's starting to change so rapidly. It used to be this caused disease and dysfunction, and that's why the J juice attacks that. But actually, I just watched a TV show, and now I think it's hormones that cause all the problems. Oh, it's not that. Now it's the genes that cause the problem.
What does that even say? It looks like my 7-year-old drew that.
Your 7-year-old drew that? I know that Omega guy. Thank you very much for the 10. I don't know. I feel like she got her dog to draw that. I feel like Sugar drew that. Like, if I draw this, will you give me real food? Stop making me have doggy diarrhea. I don't know. It's fuck it. Let's just keep going.
1/3 or 2/3 of your body, mind, and spirit.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I guess now she's like on CRISPR. She thinks there's a whole generation of kids edited through CRISPR or something. I don't know.
Be more pronounced. You're gonna be well balanced in the body, mind, and spirit.
Jamie, body,
which
mind.
Means you're gonna beat out a CRISPR kid with your balance because you'll.
Fuck yeah, Jillian. Let's beat up them kids.
Have longevity. CRISPR kids won't have the longevity.
Nah.
So
can't
watch
perform.
the people around you that are buying and doing all these protocols that are gene editing or using the cures, because those essentially are like CRISPR kids. And longevity and productivity will beat out a flash in the pan with a limited lifespan. All right, that's it. Bye.
You know, the thing also that I love about this video, there we go. I randomly paused this video while I was getting ready for the roundup. I paused it right at that moment, and I'm like, you think you know the fucking cleverest motherfucking thing to say today, don't you? You think you figured it the fuck out. You sly dog. You think you got it this time. Here she come. Here come that Jillian. The unfortunate truth about that is, no. I have no idea what she was talking about. Fuck was the message of the video? I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was so fucking crazy. The darling Delane asks, how is Sanford Dan even still alive? Stupid, for some reason, seems to be a strong insulator to death. Against death. I've noticed this, actually. Incredibly dumb people around them will die. But they don't die. It's like their dumb fuckery is like a bumper lane. You know, like when you ever go bowling and like the kids get the bumper lanes so that you never really fall in the gutter. You'll always at least hit one pin, even if it's very slow. Really dumb people kind of have that going in life. Oh, I didn't read that one for you. Damn it. It's 1 penny short. And I just think that's so weird. But it is a thing that I have noticed quite a bit. It's very strange. Neo Gibba, what's up, buddy? I do eat raw meat. I eat steak tartare. I eat ceviche. I eat sushi. Just make sure you do proper handling instructions when eating these foods. Just my 500 cents. Thank you so much, buddy. And yeah, absolutely. There's definitely ways in which raw food can be consumed, but it's been consumed in a way that we scientifically understand is safe. You know, not like, Sanford Dan here, I'm going to eat a screaming lamb baby. It'll get him views. I bet that motherfucker would do it. Zira Hyena, that's a cool name. Just a couple of lesbians enjoying the show. Hello, ladies. I'm so glad I caught this. Had a hell of a rough day, so snuggled up with the girlfriend. Her first time watching live and laughing at the insanity. Glad you guys are here. That Omega guy says, what does that even say? It looks like my 7-year-old drew that. Right, we saw that one. Thank you again. Megan Genetis, I can follow her logic. She's still wrong, though. Ooh. Megan, I might have to hire you as a Jillian translator for me.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are
there's
doing
like,
very well.
There's like, I don't know. I sometimes feel like I'm so close to Jillian at this point now that I can't back up enough to see the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Like when you study for something for so long, you start to take the whole thing for granted.
Other
you can't
planets
just
that I've created
reach
in the solar
back
system
and, like,
are doing very well.
It opens up.
Hey Jeff, not gonna be able to watch the roundup until later, but I hope you have fun. Give the wingnuts some shit.
I'll give them all the shit! All the shit I have! And all for you, Civil Fangia. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good to see you, by the way. Mobius Spider, she actually does need a new pen. You're a deep well, Jillian. She is. Leia says, for half a second we thought she had actual research. And she held up her hand on BS. Grandma's trolled and having a blast. And Lee. Okay, I'll remember that. So just Lee. Awesome. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're having a good time, Grandma. Cloudy7101 says, my cat knows more biology than her. Probably. T-New Guy. How is this woman still in the human race? Despite her best efforts, she has not mutated yet. And Rotsoy, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. I have a conspiracy theory about Jillian's clock. Remember when she had a target on the wall, and she said she got a gun? I think she may have shot holes in the wall, and that's why the clock is skewed. It's covering bullet holes. I thought maybe that as well. But I'm not so sold on the idea anymore. That's a big clock. And that the target, if you go back and you look at the old videos that had the target on the wall, right where the clock used to be, the target was like a quarter of the size of that clock. That's a big fucking clock. That clock is like the size of my goddamn torso. That's a big fucking clock. It's huge. So I don't think it has to be hanging over. I don't know. I dream about that fucking clock. I'm not fucking around. I seriously dream about that clock. It haunts me. All right. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. We have to. So we're gonna do two old standbys in a row. First is Jillian. Second is
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know how much of this video I want to watch. I went through and I tried to find more of the conspiracy-minded stuff that Dr. Moby liked to talk about. And I couldn't really find anything necessarily that was involved in, like, the New World Order. However, this one is very much a conspiracy-minded one, but I really only have so much patience for the kind of shit that she starts talking about in this video, and then I get pissed off, and I'm like, nah, we gotta move on. So we're gonna watch a bit of it.
Hello and welcome to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing, guys? How's everything going? I pray you're well in all your ways and that you are living your best life. Thanks to every single person that supports us through our Patreon and our PayPal accounts. Really, really appreciate you guys. Our Patreon is growing, and we are going to be doing new things. And to everyone that has supported us, you know, Mildred Levy, Rashida Anderson, Randolph Schillinger, you know, you're a regular, and all the other people, Donald Jones, Anal Carrington, Timothy.
Anal Carrington? Ugh. All right.
Ham, Dorcas Allen, longtime supporter, Doron Tate, longtime supporter, Alonzo Horton, and the many others. Thank you so much for your donations, for your love donations. May they just be returned to you 100-fold. Now, you know, the Nairobi Summit to advance the International Conference on Population and Development started yesterday on November 12th. It will be running till November 14th. And it's all about population. It's a UNFPA event. United Nations Fund for Population, I think population something, UNFPA, Population Fund, something like that. And it's the 25th year anniversary of this first meeting of the International Conference on Population and Development. And basically, these are the guys, for 25 years, these are guys have been planning the mass extermination and genocide of global Africa and just people in.
1 minute and 37 seconds in, the brakes are gone. I don't even know if she ever put the brakes on to begin with, but like, oh no, Mumbi is ready for fucking war on this one.
In general, they've even finished their own people, according to me, my opinion, my thoughts. But what happened is that it was very, very interesting because, you know, one of the things that this population conference pushes, of course, is the homosexual agenda, is also abortion, etc., etc. But it was very interesting, and this kind of made Kenyans very happy.
This video gets so dark.
Jillian got drunk on her jade juice and went ham on the wall with her gun.
I mean, that's what it sounds. It seems like that's the easy answer. That's the easy answer because we want there to be a simple answer to why she would hang a clock as fucked up as that. But I think that answer is too easy. I think that she did it because in her mind that makes sense somehow, or there's just pure anarchy that's taken over her brain. I don't know. Anyway, so this video is really fucked up.
Yeah, I guess the Brits are just confirming this, because President Uhuru Kenyatta, he held a meeting before the start of the conference with the organizers and also with like the foreign what do you call it, like the Western ambassadors. This is ballsy. I was like, okay, Uhuru, I see you. Like, this is awesome. And he held a meeting with them and he said, Kenya was very, very happy to hold this meeting. Kenya was very, very happy to hear what was said, but would not tolerate the promotion of agendas that were against our cultural rights. And this is absolutely epic because I've been receiving a few emails from you guys which have told me, which were telling me that, Uganda has kind of shut down their doors, Tanzania has shut down their doors, Rwanda has shut down their doors, and so now the Eastern Gate, breach is going to be through Kenya. So Kenya is is the kind of the target of this neo-colonial agenda. Another heartbreaking thing, guys, and I will talk about this very soon, is that Kenya's census just came out, right? And I told you Bill Gates has been doing massive vaccines in Kenya. We are reaching a point where our women have literally been so sterilized that we have gone from 8 children per couple to barely 2 children per couple in 10 years. Our women have been sterilized. It's not even about population being too many people, too few people, but our people have been sterilized. Our women have been sterilized. And, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in another show. But really, guys, it's very, very heartbreaking. So, sometimes it's like the president, is he fighting? Sometimes it's like he's fighting the wrong things, but we're very happy that he took.
So there's an interesting phenomenon. It's really not that much of a mystery either, but there's an interesting phenomenon that we've noticed when it comes to cultures and governments and countries advancing to a certain aspect of unilateral care for the populace. And what we notice is that the birth rate goes down. As countries are further developed, there's less disease, there's more access to education, to healthcare, to good sanitation, cross-trade through roads. People naturally don't really give that much of a shit about having fuck tons of kids. And the reason why is because their kids don't die that fucking often. Because the things that would cause death of their children aren't there anymore. So they're like, do I actually need 8 children? I used to, because 6 of them would die. And if I don't have 8, then we don't have 2 to carry on the genes of us 2 people. Then there's a problem. So it's a natural reaction that we've noticed. It's a phenomenon, but we've seen it for decades and decades, and that's just how shit works. But people don't celebrate that, and you'll notice this even now. If you live in Western countries right now, you'll notice some people will tell you that the birth rate is down and that it's actually a giant conspiracy. It's a big, scary thing. Birth rate's down. Oh ho! There's some people out there. They're causing it to happen. Nobody's causing it to happen. People don't need to have as many kids because kids live longer. Our survival rate goes up. Our need to have more children goes down. That's good. That's a good thing. But people don't celebrate it. They get all freaked out. It's a very easy way to get people worked up. And if you get people worked up, you can control people. As long as you enslave them in fear, then they will do what you want. That is the basis for selling somebody pseudoscience, conspiratorial bullshit.
This very strong stance. Anyway, let's take a break and listen to what he had to say. We'll be right back.
I don't know. I think this video is just going to make me fucking mad. Let's skip ahead until she comes back. I don't want to watch this shit. There it is. Let's see if Mumbi says anything interesting after this.
My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I just had to take a break, guys, because Kenya's population is in decline. And Kenya is one of the
it's down to 2 kids per couple. That's not in decline, you idiot. That's a stabilized population. What the fuck?
Most corrupt nations in Africa. It shows you what corruption does. I spoke against how our women were being sterilized. I even used evidence from the Catholic Church, and I was, and guys attacked me. And now, over 2 million couples are actually out there, which means 4 million Kenyans are actually trying to visit fertility centers yearly to have babies, stories for other days. But you see all these international population and development, they use these nice words. It's international population control conference.
There's a question about Dr. Mumbi. What's she a doctor of? Oh, let me see if I can find. There's a brilliant link that described this. I want to see if I can find the link. I could just tell you, but I kind of want to see. I want to see if I can find it. Damn. Oh, and her website's down too. Fuck. Oh, that makes me sad. Damn it. I wanted to show you guys the actual link. It's so great. Dr. Mumbi is a doctor of women's studies. Yep, she has a PhD in women's studies, which is, her choice to get. Fine. It's fine. But you kind of get this weird thing when somebody's like talking about things like sterilization and health and vaccines or other things that she talks about, and her name is Dr. Mumbi, you have a tendency to be like, well, she's a doctor. Well, yeah, she's a doctor of understanding women's history and women's social, civic issues. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But she's a doctor for that. Does that empower her to speak on fuck. Oh no.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
You get where I'm trying to go with this? Like, I'm trying to be really nice about it too. I'm really trying hard not to be totally shitty to Dr. Mumbi, but like, she's saying some pretty fucking homophobic shit, and it's actually kind of makes me really mad. It kind of makes me really fucking furious. Yeah, actually, I don't want to watch this anymore, to be honest with you. I hate that shit. It pisses me off. I mean, like, if she wants to do the extinction agenda kind of thing, but I know where this video goes, and the video goes to her making a claim that they're pushing a gay agenda, and the reason why the population in decline is one part because of the sterilization through vaccines, the other part is through the promotion of a homosexual propaganda that is encouraging Kenyans to be gay. And I don't want to hear. Honestly, like, I have to hear it usually because I watch these videos all the time. But this is the roundup, and I'd rather have fun. I don't want to watch it right now. Fuck that. Irritating. Sometimes she's so great. Sometimes Dr. Mumbi is so fun. She's so great, and sometimes she's just a total shithead. Archie Ratsworth. Hey, Second Life Show. I watch the old ones doing dishes. Please wish me luck with getting my teeth fixed. Hey, good luck, buddy. J-Juice won't fix them or my missing thyroid. Sadly, J-Juice does not actually regrow thyroids. It's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And good luck on getting your teeth fixed. It's so fucking important. It took me many, many years to be able to start getting my stuff all fixed up. So I encourage you. Lady of Sorrow says, what should I name my special event Meowth? You have a special event Meowth. Name it Fitzpatrick. 4143, Kenya population is declining. Quick, everyone, drink some power thirst. Multicolor Pixie. Notice using historical issues for her argument. Of course she's using historical issues. Mumbi doesn't really understand science. She may be a doctor, but she's not a doctor. Schlagman218 says, love the roundup. I just wanted you to say Choodle Pants. Choodle Pants. I like that. Choodle Pants. I also like Chota Boy. That's a good one, too. Chota Boy. For anybody who's ever seen the movie Gummo. Not Gummo. Orgasmo. Gummo's good, too. Orgasmo is better. All right, here we go. So, if this is your first roundup, not your first live roundup, but your first roundup ever, this is a participation event. We have to all do this at the same time. Otherwise, YouTube will shut down the stream. And if you are watching this in the future, it will stop the video and you won't be able to keep watching. So you have to participate. That's the rules. It's part of the roundup. We all do it. So let's go.
Welcome, everyone. Dr. Mandel here. I'd like to share a special technique with
you.
Something you can do at any place and any time. This is going to affect the brain. You're going to be able to make neurophysiological changes in a matter of 1 minute. You're going to make neurosensory changes by stimulating certain acupressure points. This is going to tell the brain to do a whole lot of things. It's going to open up your sinus. It's going to allow you to breathe easier. It's going to make you feel relaxed. So let me show you how simple this technique is. Let's first take our thumbs. We'll put it underneath our cheekbones, called the maxillary bone. And as we...
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Do not fill.
Do not fill? It filled with do not fill. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hendrik the 7th. I appreciate you, buddy. That's very generous. I appreciate it. Love you. Thank you, buddy. All right, but you, sitting right there, you and you right next to them. You have to do this. Do this right now. Right now. Right now. I'm about to do it. We're going to do it.
We push up and in underneath those cheekbones. I want you to pull it apart. And you're going to pull it apart, and you'll feel it stretching as you do so. And hold it for 20 seconds.
No!
As you pull it apart, you'll feel stretching in those cheekbones, in the facial region. Just keep pulling it apart.
Ow.
As you push in and release. Now the second step is we're going to use our pinkies, our 5th digit. We're going to use the back of our nail beds. As we put it inside our nose, just a little bit.
Okay.
And pull the nasal region apart. Pull the nostrils apart as you apply pressure in that area. That sensory region you need to apply as we pull it apart for 20 seconds. Keep pulling it apart. Okay? Good. 20 seconds and release.
What the fuck?
Now the last step is like lighting the fuse. This is going to spark that neurological change. We're going to take our fingers, our first and second fingers of both hands, and we're going to grab the top of our ears.
Oh, fuck.
And what I want you to do, I want you to pull the top of the ears out and down.
Shit.
Good. Keep pulling down. And as you pull down, you'll feel changes behind the nasal region. Keep pulling down. Pull out and down. You're going to hold that there 20 seconds. Keep pulling down. You may feel sensations into the eustachian tubes. If you can't continue to hold it, grab a contact again, pull out and down. Good. 20 seconds and release. As you pull out and down on those ears, you're stimulating many different neurological changes that are occurring within the brain. By doing so, many of you will have different changes of symptoms. Some may notice drainage of the sinus, opening of your nasal passages, clicking in the ear, which is opening of the eustachian tubes, as well as a feeling of lightness. That's what we're trying to accomplish. So I challenge you, take 60 seconds of your time, 1 minute, and start utilizing these techniques.
I swear to God, man, this one... It's so stupid. I fucking can't, dude. I fucking can't. Oh man, I love this shit so much. Sometimes I think that's my favorite part of the whole fucking roundup, is doing the motivational doc things. Oh fuck. Ooh. Oh wow. Okay, that was good. You notice your finger smells like boogers? Yeah. I'm laughing at everyone that actually did it. Dude, I love the idea. I love the idea of people doing this with me. Because, like, I've got to make a fucking ass out of myself. Because it's part of the show. We're all here trying to have a good time and everything. But at the same time, you know, I got to be the dumbass up here like... like, I love the idea that somebody's willing, in the comfort of their own home, to be as ridiculous as I'm being. I love that. I think it's great. Blessings and love to every single one of you people who do that with me. It's so great. Yeah, the ear thing hurt. The ear thing hurt a bit. Prickle Paws says, found your channel 2 weeks ago, and as someone with a reduced immune system, I'm so glad you do what you do. Can't believe I caught you live. I'm glad you're here, Prickle Paws. Pleasure to see you. I'm actually trying to see if Mems will sit in for the next video, so I can use the bathroom. I'm hoping. We'll see. I did text her. You're at work and you did it? You did it? Light J Storm says I do it. I did it too. Awesome. I did it because it caught you live. Fantastic. Awesome. That's great. It makes me so happy. Every time Ravens Fire, of course. You're hardcore Ravens Fire. And you too are Daniel. I know. You had a nosebleed? Neil Gibble, you are not supposed to actually wedge your fingers inside. You're just supposed to come in and just open it up, man. You just got to open it up so you can get all that extra oxygen up into your brain, man. That's all you... Grandma didn't like the nose thing, but it was fun. Sorry, Lee. Sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry. I went and got memory. I'm going to refill this. And I have actually a really, really fun video for her to sit on. Sit in on. Jeff Nostril Day. Yeah, that's about right. Nice cup. Yeah, so Memory is obsessed with the company Swell. She has like a bajillion of their water bottles, of their she's got a growler that was like insanely expensive, and tumbler
Other
cups.
planets that I've created in the solar system.
I gotta admit, it's pretty good. 4143, doing this nose stretching made me remember something. Eating mushrooms reroutes your brain, and you can come out of the experience a different person. Can it be called a soft suicide? Ooh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you bring one?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? It's just matching wood.
I really like their teak wood pattern.
She has a growler in the same pattern. Nah, it's fine.
It's massive.
Shivambu! All right, so this is your video by Hans Wormhat. He's talking. Groucho Marx talks about midgets in fursuits. Yep.
Yeah, you're leaving me the glog.
I'm leaving you the glog.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some glog.
If I have to be in front of people, yes, I want alcohol.
Nice. Drink the glog.
Hello, internet. Apparently we have a video to watch. Where's the chat? Oh, it's right there this time. Usually it's over there. Disappearing Mems is back. Yes, I am partially see-through. I'm gonna close the door though. My name is Jeff, and I'm gonna leave the door open while Memory's on screen, but expect it closed while I'm here. Yeah? Okay, let's do this.
Hans Wormhat, thank you to a subscriber for sending me this. This is Groucho Marx on some talk show with Dick Cavett, and openly talking about the gorilla great ape deception. And it's just an example of how they'll talk about it in a joking way, But nobody's ever going to just step out there and say, hey, all gorillas are fursuits, all orangutans are...
Wait. This man thinks that gorillas are fake. That all gorillas are a fucking hoax. Fucking cheers, internet. Oh, this is disgusting.
Their fursuits. They just don't do it like that. They like to just make a joke of it, and they want the in crowd to get a laugh at the expense of those who don't understand the deeper meanings going on here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this clip. I'll link the clip in the description if you want to watch it without me pausing it and talking about it, because I'm going to just make some comments every once in a while.
Anyway, in this picture, we had a gorilla.
Okay, so now to me, gorilla is a trigger word. And
this man is triggered by gorillas. That's it. That's the joke. That's the joke.
This happens for all the major deceptions that you wake up to, at least me personally. After I woke up to flat Earth, when people say the word planet or talk about outer space fantasyland stuff, it just triggers me.
This man is triggered by the word planet and by gorillas.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Why are you interrupting me?
I was just checking to see how you're doing.
I'm
getting another cup for Glock.
Oh, no. You can have this back. I would prefer champagne, but we don't have any.
Take my card if you want to get some.
No, I'm not leaving the house today. That's not happening. Today is crafting and house chores.
And here, I believe that you can see that Dick Cavett is triggered by the word gorilla in the same way where I might be triggered by the way gorilla. Just maybe a little differently, because Dick Cavett is like, oh, okay, he's about to talk about this deception. Whereas I just get triggered, okay, now you're just pissing me off because you're talking about something fake. But just watch how Dick Cavett kind of reacts here. All he said is he was working in a film with a gorilla.
It wasn't actually a gorilla.
It wasn't actually a gorilla. There is no such thing as a gorilla.
Gorilla skin.
I'm sorry. There's no such. It's like Jillian with it's not diarrhea, but this guy's like there's no such thing as gorillas.
With a man inside of it.
Sure.
And he had.
And Dick Cavett there responds, sure. It was a gorilla skin with the man inside of it. Sure.
It's a movie. They're talking about a movie where they need a gorilla to do a certain thing, and you can't, at that time, could not probably train a gorilla to do the thing. Now, it probably could, but they would prefer CGI because then there's no animal cruelty involved in that. But just because a movie had a man in a fursuit does not mean all gorillas are men in fursuits.
This is what the elite want you to think, Memory.
I need a buzzball for this. Can you make me a buzzball?
Yep.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for letting me wear your Cosby sweater.
Sure, because that's the only thing that exists. There is no such thing as a real gorilla.
There's no such thing as gorillas.
This gorilla skin had a manager.
Drink every time he says there's no such thing as gorillas.
This is true. And we engaged him to bring the pelt over to the studio. Mm-hmm. And then we engaged a man to go inside of the gorilla skin. And he also had a manager. So we had two managers there for one gorilla. And this skin was awfully hot, you know, with all the lights. And it was in the summer, we're doing this scene. And during lunchtime, the fellow...
Okay, watch Dick Cavett really quick is going to stick his tongue out in a weird way. It's like a serpent's tongue.
This man is going to stick his tongue out in a weird way. It's like a serpent's tongue. Oh, okay.
They do it when some big lie is happening, I think.
Who was in the skin, he went over to the lunchroom and he got an ice pick and he bored about 40 holes in this gorilla skin. And when he came back, he was very comfortable inside of this skin. But the manager got wind of this, the manager of the skin. And he was in a rage. And he says, we're not going to permit this. And he says, give me my skin, get that guy out of there. And he threw the pelt over his shoulder and walked out of the studio.
Okay, look how important these skins are. The skin has its own manager. They don't want people touching or messing with the skins. This is why gorillas are always immaculate, so clean. That's why the studio photography, the images that we have of gorillas, they're all perfectly clean. Same thing with orangutans, same thing with chimpanzees. They keep these suits immaculate because they're very expensive and they're such a big deal that they have their own managers, the suits.
This man, it's like he can't differentiate between film and real life. Like, yeah, the skin has its own manager because it's a real gorilla skin, right? Being used in film.
Sure,
like,
sure.
And it's his skin on loan. So it's not even necessarily like, that doesn't... What?
Hans is the guy, like, okay, he thinks that sloths and monkeys aren't real, but also he used, I think this is the guy that, like, revolutionized transvestigation stuff, like, but he won't even do transvestigation videos anymore. Now he's all about, like,
all animals are fake.
Gorillas aren't real. It's just midgets in a fursuit. It's bullshit.
All animals are just people in costumes.
Hans warm hat here.
It's all furries. It's the furry agenda.
It's the furry agenda. For real.
And zoos are just furry prisons.
That's pretty much what they are, yeah.
Yeah. If a furry gets arrested, they don't go to jail. They go to the zoo.
And this just reminds me of how when I was young and I would go to the wild animal park, one thing that I noticed is the koala there was just a stuffed animal. Maybe nowadays they have an animatronic. I don't know. But I also noticed the gorilla enclosure was always...
I want to hear him say, gorillas aren't real one last time.
Go for it, dude.
Just like,
go for it.
Somebody needs to clip that, and then that can be our, like, instead. So every time you have Jillian, it says, it's not diarrhea. You can have a clip for me. Gorillas aren't real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
I'll see about it. Go ahead and find it.
I don't know.
Empty. They just had...
I'll let you guys go. I got laundry to fold and...
Laundry to fold. Yeah. All right. I love you.
Other planets.
Thank you, memory. Thank you, wife.
Are doing very well.
The furries we behind all along.
I love you. Do we have like dog out? The attachment to a drill to have like a electric sander?
Do we have an attachment for like a cordless drill for a sander?
Yeah, so I can
no.
like, just get the stuff that you stick on it.
No, those usually don't work too terribly well. But we'll get an electric standing thing figured out after the stream, and then I'll help you with your furniture project. Memory is making a rather fancy, two rather fancy coffee tables. I'm really excited for her. She's decided to take up some furniture making as a hobby, and I like it. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
All right, let's get caught back up. We still have a lot to get through, and we're already well over half our time, so we might run a little bit long today, but I something tells me that you guys aren't going to really mind that too much. Stuart Barris says, thanks for the awesomeness. Keep up the great work. I will do my best. Sam Everyman says, is the song at the end of your video singing your name? It is. It is. It's like... Jeff Holiday. And then, yep, that's what it is. Java.ket, the furries we behind all along. Yes. Angel of Vengeance, hey Jeff, unfortunately I can't stay for long. I have a lot of money-related shit to do. Wish you fun, though, and love you lots. Next roundup again, I guess. Well, don't work too hard, Angel of Vengeance, and stay safe on your beat out there, all right? Multicolored Pixie. Jeff, it'd be cool if you covered the crazy stuff people try to sell as cures for neurofibromatosis on Facebook or as treatments. Ooh. If you send me some examples, I would be more than happy to look into some of these and maybe make a good public awareness video. That'd be great. I'm not familiar necessarily myself. So, speaking of Hans Wormhat, speaking of transvestigations, let's go ahead and move on over just at least for a little bit, because it's always so much fun.
Well, is that
Transpocalypse
the
now.
People's Choice Awards 2019.
Oh, man.
Although,
man.
I'm not sure that we really chose these people. I guess we did. Maybe it's all our fault. Maybe we chose the androgynous abominations. Maybe that's what we chose. We're just getting what we deserve. This is some kind of divine punishment for disobedience. We're just getting what we asked for. This is what we asked for, apparently.
Yes, please.
What have we done?
Ooh,
Do I even need to explain it anymore?
Yeah.
Can we even explain it?
Yeah.
The people have spoken, and this is what they've chosen to idolize. Male-female hybrid, perhaps? Holding a phallus?
Excellent.
Not sure if you have yours anymore or not. Maybe you buried it under an evergreen tree on the winter solstice, hoping that 9 months later the harvest would come. People love their geometry, sacred geometry. They never understand it, but geometry is a very important part of their religion, as is androgyny. We got geometry and androgyny. The hypotenuse of the male and female is a transdacian, a Kadesh, Kadeshian.
Wow.
The Gala priests getting the awards. Greece, Rome, Assyria, Babylon, Hollywood, Cleveland. You got to hold that phallus, cradle it. Cradle the phallus while you still can. I think you got enough muscles there to hold that thing up. You got to be strong to hold the phallus with those big hands.
With those big masculine hands, am I right, Transpocalypse? I guess that first girl was Zendaya. I'm not as familiar with her. I know she's a character in the new Spider-Man, but I'm not super familiar. But yeah, no, she's lovely. She's very feminine. I don't know how the fuck you think she's manly. Jennifer Aniston, I guess kinda you could kinda see it a little bit, maybe, but I mean Zendaya? No, dude. Most of these are just like ridiculous.
And the shoulders. Now the hair covers up the skull. Hair covering up the side of the skull. We've seen that one before. Zendaya with the long arms. What is that thing? Is that a boy or a girl? Both of them, I guess you could say that. We know that Zendaya is a boy. The other one is that. What is that? It's the pure androgyne. It's the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, look at the entities. This is what all the new celebrities look like, right? They got these kind of feminine faces, right? This is what...
Okay, first of all, dude in the pink suit, that's not a feminine face. Dude in the black suit, not really a feminine face. The green, okay, I'll give you. He's a little... Nah, he's still got a masculine face. No, yeah, they all have masculine faces. I don't know what this dude's smoking crack, man. No way.
What the new generation of male actors...
Give him a little bit longer. I don't want to spend too much time on this shit.
So we got the propaganda, we got the deception, we got the agenda. Oh, look, there's Mr. Pink and his son, the androgynous ones. Oh, what is that? Hannah Brown. Kind of got
Hannah
that
Brown?
Charlie Theron look going on, right? With the shoulders. Oh, but wait, it's got this little curve there. No, it's putting the feet together on the bottom there, right? That's a fake curve. Where's the curve there? That's a thick, solid firmament right here. That's the firmament. Solid piece of male flesh.
She's a man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Come on.
I'm really creeped out by the fact that he's like obsessed with Zendaya. That's really weird. Like, because I loved watching this dude's videos when he's talking about like Wendy Williams, and he's like pausing on videos. He's like, "Did you see that? Did you see her dick? Did you see Wendy Williams' dick? You can see her dick, dude." Like, that's funny. That's really funny. This is still pretty funny, but it's kind of creepy when it's Zendaya. You know, I don't know why it makes a difference. Like, I think Zendaya is a full-grown adult, but for some reason I'm like, that's just weird. Weird. It all looks so wholesome. Weird. I think that dude's smoking some fucking up shit. Fucking up shit. Multicolored Pixie. Jeff, it'd be cool if you covered the crazies. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Michelle Jacobson. Get Mems back on. She's prettier. She's prettier. She's way prettier than me. But you're stuck. Sam Everyman says, is this the guy that also says Simon Dan is trans? Yes. Yes, I believe it is. I'm pretty sure this is the dude that thinks Science Man Dan is a trans. Probably. If you ever actually paid attention to the fact that I watch his videos and I laugh at him, he probably thinks I'm trans too. Hopefully he's confused. He's like, is it a man pretending to be a woman or a woman pretending to be a man pretending to be a... I don't know. Whatever. You can't think too long about any of this shit. It's so fucking ridiculous. You just gotta ride it like you're surfing a wave of bullshit. And then you have fun.
Knowledge that you gain, it's gonna hurt my nigga. R.I.P. Dr. Say, I think they murked my nigga. I build stars like astrology. Yeah, we hit the club and demolish it. Yeah, that jury shine like a polish. Okay, plugged in like a fire stick. We screaming out.
Word to my neighbor. What up, neighbors?
Peace, family. This video right here is brought to you by Loyalty Over Money Clothing. All right, the link to their products is pinned in the comments, and their Instagram is right here. That's LOM Clothing Store. And with that being said, y'all go support them. Y'all know I got nothing but love and support for black entrepreneurs. So I appreciate them reaching out, and I appreciate being a part of, you know, the beautiful attires that this brand has to offer. And so with that being said, family, when you watch my vlog and you see me in that Loyalty Over Money hoodie, that's also one of their products as well. And so y'all mean get with them, family. They come with the hat and all of that, Loyalty Over Money. And so I think that's what people need to start, you know, practicing anyway, just personally. You know, in my personal opinion, loyalty to virtue, integrity, etc. And with that being said, let's get started. This video right here is about the science of the Mercury retrograde, because I know y'all hear people speak on it. We get a lot of astrology gurus who do and don't know what they talk about at the same time.
I look. There's going to be a lot of facts that are going to come at you real fast in this video. A lot of facts that are coming at you rapid fire, right? And it might be a lot for some of you to take. If you have a helmet, I suggest you put that on immediately. Immediately.
So y'all know I have to bring the science. I'm very spiritual, but I know that we live in a world where most people are not in tune with that inner voice. So you can tell them the truth, but they don't know how to digest it. So you have to bring science behind the truth. So that way it's nothing to talk about. And so we know the rumors about the Mercury retrograde. Sure. Oh, you know, the Mercury retrograde, we all didn't got hit by it. I didn't got hit by it a few times. It make you want to text your ex. It make you want to, you know, revisit the past. It brings up traumas, got you arguing with people. Whatever the Mercury retrograde does, you know, you have some skeletons in your closet. They brought the skeletons out. Whatever happens, let me tell you why, okay? First, I have to tell you what a Mercury retrograde is. Okay. And then I have to break down how it works. Okay. And why is the planet Mercury? Because most people might say, why is not a Saturn retrograde? Why is not is that in the third retrograde? Okay. Those planets travel slower than we travel.
I sound exactly like that.
Around the sun, which means it takes us a longer time to be affected, and we're affected for a time that may or may not be as frequent as the Mercury retrograde by energies that may not come back around as frequent as the Mercury retrograde. So I don't care about nobody talking about Pluto's not a planet. Pluto is a planet. So if you ask me, there's 9 planets. I don't want to hear none of that. So we understand that the 9 planets revolve around the sun, right? They revolve at different speeds. Now I'm going to give y'all the metaphor of track runners, okay? Passing the baton. Now the baton is energy. The energy in this particular metaphor is the compilation of what you've done in your individual life at that time, okay? So, don't get me mistaken, because I may be off. It's been a minute since I went here, but I think it takes Mercury 88 days to revolve around the sun, if I'm not mistaken. And I think, Venus is 60-something? And so, you know, y'all research that and fact-check that. But with that being said, okay, the reason we say Mercury is because Mercury is a planet. It's a celestial body that deals with the intellectual aspect of a person's being, as aka your nervous system. Okay.
How?
Okay? And Venus is the emotional aspect of a person's ethereal being, aka your emotional body. And so that being said, these two planets are going to be very important when we're dealing with the Mercury retrograde. So let me show you how, you know, the mechanics of the solar system operate to make this happen. Then I'm gonna break down the science of how this takes place.
Sure.
So, we know that all the planets, okay, actually create a vortex behind the sun. So the sun is actually not right here and the planets are revolving. The sun is actually traveling at 77,000 miles per hour around the galaxy, and is actually pulling the planets within this gravitational field behind it, and they're vortexing behind it. But so that you could have an understanding, within this vortex or this revolution around the sun, okay, think of it like track, okay?
No. Well, okay. If you're trying to make the case that there are fixed points in space that the solar system is moving away from, sure. I suppose if you're talking about the accretion disk of the galaxies and how we spin that way. But are you aware, young Pharaoh, that the entire galaxy is moving? The whole thing's moving. So what you're talking about, like things moving, is just a matter of relative to what kind of context you're talking about. Is it moving in relation to the solar system? Is it moving in relation to the galaxy? Is it moving in relation to the known universe? All of these have very wildly different answers, but apparently he's got a very strong grasp on at least one of them, I suppose, maybe?
If you running faster than me, right? Eventually you're gonna, just imagine you running on a track, okay? And the person on the left, the two, we Earth. So we third.
We Earth.
Okay?
I'm Earth.
And then you got Mercury and Venus to our left. So they more closer to the inside of the track. Then all of the rest of the planets, Mars, all the way to Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, all of them, they on the right. So we running faster than them, but we running slower than Mercury and Venus. So we're watching Mercury and Venus get distance on us, right? And then eventually what happens is they start to lap us, okay? Now, by lapping us, if you ever played a race car game or if you ever ran track, that's when somebody come back around and you still on the same previous lap you're on, and they getting ready to repass you. So this is how a Mercury retrograde works, okay? Due to the speed that Mercury and Venus travels around the sun, be it them being closer to the sun, it seems from a certain perspective, okay, that they start to travel backwards because they're lapping us. Okay? Now, let me give you an example. If I'm running at 10 miles per hour, okay, and you're running at 20 miles per hour, to you, it's going to seem like I'm going backwards. So you ever been on the highway and you speeding, and the car's right here, then after a while, the car starts to go backwards? From your perspective, okay, it looks like the car is starting to go backwards. Now, due to the planet vortexing around the sun, okay, because it's not a heliocentric model like they want you to believe. We're vortexing around the sun. So due to all of our orbits, okay, and the directional paths of our orbits, and the fact that Mercury and Venus laps the sun multiple times a year, as opposed to us, which takes us a full year, they can probably do it 2 to 3 times in a year, okay? And so that means a minimum of 2 to 3 times in a year, okay? When we get to a certain position,
there's something really important I want to point out right now. He is looking at himself. He's not looking at us. He's looking at the fucking monitor of him being recorded. And this motherfucker thinks he is saying the smartest fucking thing in the world. This dude, this brain-dead motherfucker thinks that this is the most wise-spitting shit on the fucking planet. So much so, he can't even be bothered to tear his eyes away from his own self to look at the motherfucking camera. Also, I have no idea what he's talking about. I am so lost, dude. I'm so lost. You got 40 seconds to try and salvage this absolute atrocity, dude. What the shit?
okay, it looks like they're actually coming behind us. It looks like it looks like they're coming back towards us.
No, it don't.
And so this is how Mercury retrogrades work, okay? That's it. It's that simple. Now, here's how the energy works. Remember we talked about that baton, okay?
Okay.
That baton is what you do. You got deoxyribonucleic acid, which is DNA, then you got ribonucleic acid, which is your individual strand of codes via information that you put into the collective consciousness, aka DNA databank.
No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. That doesn't exist. No. Like, okay, I understand his analogy for making it seem like things are behind. That only works if, in this sprinting analogy, if somebody was to lap you, you just don't see them lap you. You just don't see it. For some reason, they're invisible, and they lap you, and then you see them again, you're like, oh, why are they so far back? And it's because you didn't notice that they lapped you. Without that, his analogy doesn't make any work. It doesn't work at all. It makes, But did he say that? No, he didn't say that. So it doesn't, no, this is so fucking dumb. This is so fucking dumb.
That we all share, okay? Your DNA is hooked up directly to the electromagnetic fields, okay, of the universe, quantum unified field, quantum mind, God consciousness, whatever you want to call it. You receive signals and information through light, okay? Now, the sun, okay, the gravitational orbital fields of the planet Earth, the latitude and longitude lines, we are all connected to that via our chakra system, our nervous system, and our genetic code. And this gravitational field and energetic flux interconnects us to all other celestial bodies. It's called bioenergetics. So now, planets also emit gases. They're called solar prominences, okay? And these gases trickle down into the atmosphere, and we digest them biologically, and they affect us genetically, biologically, and psychologically. So not only are the celestial bodies affecting us, okay, we are affecting them by the frequency that we're putting out bioenergetically. Biology, energy, how we biologically input and output energy, and how it affects us biologically, cellularly, how we affect each other, etc. So
this dude's a fucking idiot. Like, I've already known he was a fucking dumbass, but holy shit. This is amazing. This is some next level kind of wingnuttery. This is pretty special. Wow. Wowee. Woo. Whoo. I know I had to put on my celestial glasses just to try and, like, maybe I could, like, intuit some truth about how the Earth works, but nope. I got fucking nothing, dude. Nothing.
Are doing very well.
I have no idea what this fucking guy was saying. No idea. I tried, man. I tried. I'm so done. I can't even do it. That's right up there with his, you see, black people are plants. They are? That's amazing. All right. Newt says, wait, what if Jillian's clock is so weird? It's because she just put it over her target and she just never took... I don't think she shot her wall in her house. I don't think Jillian did that. I'm pretty sure she did not. Tim M says, I imagine all my gym visits and I'm still fat. You gotta do more than imagine them. 4143 says, one of the best things about the Roundup is once a month see that people who are dumber than me exist. Not only in my dreams. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really dumb people in the Roundup. Oh man. Oh, we got a galaxy brain up next. KIGF says this man is absolutely sciencing me. I feel like we got science so hard. I don't know if he asked for appropriate consent for sciencing us that hard. I think we had an idea, but we were in for more than we bargained for, and it was a bit overwhelming. Moving on. This isn't really like usual Wingnut material, but I haven't watched a Josh Feuerstein video in a while, and I just wanted to do it. It's 60 seconds. Who gives a shit?
All right, guys, let me talk to you for a minute, because a new study just came out that said men cheat on their wives because eventually marriage gets boring. Here's the reality. If marriage is boring, it's because you're boring. You know, if the grass looks greener on the other side, it's because you ain't watering your own lawn. I'm going to say that again.
Ooh.
If the grass looks greener on the other side, it's because you ain't watering your own lawn.
Fellas, if you're starting to feel like you want to cheat, you need to wake her up by spraying her with water. Facts.
You got to invest in your marriage. You got to romance your wife. That's why she fell in love with you in the first place. Stop doing the thing that won her over. That's when it gets boring. In fact, I'm a good Jesus-loving Christian man, but the other night I brought my wife home a box, and I said, hey, go put on whatever's in this box. And she opened it up with expectation only to find nothing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have fun like that.
Damn. If Josh Feuerstein said, hey, Jeff, put what's in the box on, and I open it up and there's nothing in it, I would be like, you fucking lazy piece of shit. You forgot to pack the fucking box with my teddy. My sleek little black lacy teddy. You lazy cocksucker. What the fuck? Sorry.
You gotta be spontaneous. You gotta love life and love each other. It only gets boring when you get boring. Please take a moment. This might save somebody's marriage. Share the video, like, comment below. Maybe tag some of your married friends in it. God bless. Have a beautiful day.
God bless. God bless you, Josh Feuerstein. God bless Josh Feuerstein. And God bless Ed Cicinelli.
I said, That's your sister. You have the same problem. Okay, come. Hey. Say you married? No marriage. No. Your sister? No marriage. None of your sisters. How many sisters?
4 of us.
4 and none of them are?
No, none of us married. Just one brother who's married.
One brother?
Yeah.
She's really pretty. So I have actually been... Thank you, moderators. Appreciate you. So I've been watching Ed Cicinelli Ministries recently on my Twitch stream. Like if we just run out of other stuff to do, I just put on like his weekly broadcasts because he's constantly performing exorcisms. And they are some of the most fun fucking things in the world to watch. They are so great. Lisa's grandma, what? Maybe he's talking so fast because he lapped his brain. Also, thanks everyone. Grandma loves you too. Aw, that's awesome. I think grandma's probably pretty right. I think that dude definitely lapped his own brain quite a few times. He's got that Mercury brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he escaped.
Married.
Yeah.
He escaped.
Mm-hmm.
Lift up your hands as you're sitting down. Say every witchcraft mark.
Every witchcraft mark.
Marking my life of failure.
Marking my life of failure.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Die! Open your mouth, open your mouth. Open your mouth, whatever failure in your life.
Demon!
Whatever failure.
Demon!
Every witchcraft failure.
Demon!
Every mark of failure.
Big on demon.
Open your mouth, remove the failure from your head. Remove the failure from your life. Remove that mark from you. Remove it by fire. Remove it by the blood. Remove it by power. Remove it by thunder. Remove it by lightning. Lose yourself from every mark of failure from the devil's kingdom. Whatever failure, remove. Flush it out from your life, from your destiny, from your relationship, from your marriage, from your family, from your finances, from your career. Flush it. In Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen.
4 sisters.
Yes.
You all finish. Don't worry. Hey.
Man, Ed just fucked that bitch up. This gets so fucking weird, dude. This gets so weird. Just wet his ass a little bit, Ed. It's gonna be great. Just wet his ass. Just gotta wet his ass. Get his ass nice and wet real quick.
In the mighty name of Jesus, I command it to go!
Oh, man. I'm out of glog. It's time for just straight liquor and hams, baby. Oh, here he goes.
Hallelujah.
Let's get him real wet. Get him real wet. Get him real wet.
Spirit of infirmity. You spirit of pain, enough is enough. Out! Out in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord, I give you praise. I give you praise. I give you praise.
Ed's gonna use an advanced exorcist technique here in a minute. Notice the legs. I don't know what he's doing. I just want you to notice his legs.
Hallelujah.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah. This is the
out.
This is the making a demon
out
by pillow technique. That motherfucker's asleep. That motherfucker's asleep. Just force it into the dick. It's okay to have a demon-possessed dick. Just you don't want it anywhere else.
Out, you spirit. By the power of God, come out of him. Out of his back and out of his body. Out in the name of Jesus Christ. Let the power of the blood now shoot through this back. Let the bones, the spinal cord, spinal column, and the muscles, let the disc realign themselves correctly.
Correctly.
In the mighty name of Jesus. Done for the glory of God. Hallelujah.
I like it because, like, okay, so I've watched. Listen, listen. I've watched a lot of Exorcism ministries in my time. I've watched a lot of exorcism. I'm playing it up. I'm actually not that drunk at all. I've watched a lot of exorcisms in my time. And I have noticed some very specific patterns. I don't think that most of the people that come up for the Ed Cicinelli Ministries are plants. I think that they're people who just go up because they believe, that they actually believe. Because you don't see a whole lot of repeats. You'll see a couple here and there. If you've got a very keen eye and you watch them a lot like I do, I watch them all the fucking time. But you watch the patterns. Like Ed will wait and see if the dude's going to react or respond, and if he responds, and Ed could be like, "The demon is coming out," or "The demon is fighting me," and then he can keep it going one way or the other. And if the dude is totally unresponsive like that, he has to like, it is done. Get off the fucking floor. Get the fuck out of here. It's time for me to like move on to the mass prayer, okay? It's fascinating. The whole thing is so goddamn fun. I'm a big fan. Okay. Next up, we've got 4 videos to go. Four videos to go. 2 pretty basic ones. One that should be a doozy, and then our really gross one. And if we feel like it, we might go back and look at Elizabeth April just a little bit more. In fact, we might actually do that right after this one. This is a YouTuber by the name of End Time Prophecy Sister Ann. I got a good buddy of mine by the name of Papa Geed, who knows this person, sees this person out in real life, and she has a tendency to go into local businesses and be an absolute pest. Which is the only reason why we're even mentioning her. Otherwise, like, she's too small, I wouldn't really give that much of a shit. But she does this shit in public all the time and ends up having to have the police called on her constantly. Somebody needs to take her internet access away.
Hi, everyone. It's November 20th, 2019. This is a plea, an emergency request, please, for funding, for money, for God's name's sake, for the gospel to be preached. I've been verbally commanded by God, given assignments to go and teach the kids the foundation of America.
Now, watch at the far right of the screen in just a moment.
We were founded by biblical standards and values and morals, and Christianity was primary in America. That was her roots. Up until a few decades ago, we were Christian. We still are labeled a Christian nation, but the people in America are in a division. Many have departed from the faith, from the true Jesus Christ, and they're in covenant with another. They're in covenant with Baal. And in order for us to be free now from the power over America, we must turn our generations back. This is about generations, not just our souls at stake. Our children, there's a war going on in the heavenly realms for our children, and what the people in America do about it depends on where they'll go, okay, folks? So every man and woman is free will, yes, but how we serve God depends on where our children go. Remember what God said, that he's the God that punishes from the 3rd and 4th generations to those who hate him. And he has showed me that the people in America wish death upon him, that they wish. He showed me a vision of himself in a casket. Why? Because they've departed from the faith. They've become in contact, in covenant with another.
You see that dude? Shit. Let me see if I can get an actual like freeze frame of him. She's in public. She's in a fucking restaurant. She's in a restaurant screaming into her fucking phone, saying all this crazy ass shit. She does this all the time. She's actually become a bit of a pest in the local community. It's crazy.
With another, okay, a demon prince that's fallen. So now their mind is confused. Their hearts are divided. So the war is won in the cross. So folks, that is why I need your funding. And I don't only teach them America's history and Christianity. I teach them about our early Christians up until today. Okay, I teach them about Acts Christians, about the Acts 2 Christians, which is us. And so I go through a lot of text with them, and I'm preparing the way for God. I'm a forerunner for God. Okay.
You can hear somebody started playing music in the background to try and drown her shit out.
Just like John the Baptist was. And I love you, and I appreciate it. And remember, this is what the Lord told me to tell you.
Okay.
Genesis 12:3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So you will be blessed spiritually and financially.
All right, Sister Ann, that's fine. But there are so many fascinating videos of her. Like getting accosted by the police. She starts screaming about how the cops, you don't want me to spread the word of the Lord. It's pretty amazing. It's incredible. See, usually when I would have to run into like religious nutcases in real life, when I was living like up in Portland, you just have some old fucker sitting in like a collapsible chair screaming about how the godless and the gays are trying to subvert Jesus Christ's message. But at least they just sat there. They weren't like in my Denny's interrupting my fucking breakfast. Is she a nun? Probably not. Probably not. She probably just calls herself End Time Prophecy Sister Ann because she believes that she is a prophetess for the Lord. So no, I don't think so. Not really. You know what? I'm kind of curious. Do you guys want to go back and give Elizabeth April another 3 minutes? What do you think? Should we go back and see about Elizabeth April's fuck. Where is it? Biohacking and alien hybrid information? Tim M asks sexual yoga. Indeed. Sexual yoga is amazing. Ivar says, honey, are you sure we should be moving the couch with your bad back? It's alright, babe. I had to exercise yesterday. 911, what's your emergency? Cashel Gladio says, you figure if God instructed people to spread his word, he'd find a way to make them sound not completely insane. You would think so. But religiously minded people tend to not really pay attention to structural rules of society. Not usually. Well, you guys seem interested. Let's check it out. We'll go back to Miss Cheekbones. She's very pretty.
Rather than these days, we're so disconnected. Think about the food that...
Actually, we're going to do ourselves a favor. We're going to skip to about 20... Oh, she pulls out the alien dude again. Okay, we're going to skip to about here. All right, you ready? Here we go. Thank you, Lee.
Vibrational frequency. If we raise our vibrational frequency,
okay,
then and only then will we be able to trigger and unlock this. Our alien cosmic DNA.
Oh.
It is within us. I truly believe that missing link that got us from Neanderthal to Homo sapien to Homo erectus to human beings, right? I believe it was these guys who did that for us. I don't think that there was a miracle that happened on this planet. I don't think that God came down to create, this incredible species in their image. I believe that there was one main species, the Anunnaki, who did that. I believe that there was a peace treaty contract that humans volunteered our souls to be here to help the peace be created between the dark side and the light side. And if you are interested in more of that kind of story of hacking and why we're here and what's the essence of humanity, not only do I have a blog that's on my website about this, right? It's a long blog, but I also have had other videos fully explaining the fact that humans are just alien cosmic DNA experiments. We are all aspects of them, and we are here to ascend ourselves to the next evolutionary level through unlocking our DNA by heightening our vibrational frequency. As we raise our vibration.
Look, the last time somebody said they wanted to heighten my vibrational frequency, it cost me about $20. I had a really, really killer night. I got dragged to like a reggae Rastafari party. Everything became color. I think I snuggled up with some chick in a big furry coat, and I had a bad hangover for about 3 days. I wasn't very impressed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I wasn't very impressed. I don't know.
We allow ourselves to become the fullest expression of self. If you continue to attach yourself to limiting beliefs, then you continue to be stagnant. And I just want to say, anyone who's maybe Christian, maybe you have your own limiting beliefs, maybe you're absolutely outraged at this information, that's okay. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And likewise, I want to say, there's probably the rage that you're feeling or the emotions that you're feeling when watching this is due in part because there's some sort of disharmony between you and your own soul. And thank you so much for that, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the chat here. If she was holding a toy Baby Yoda, she'd be a bit more convincing. I don't really give a shit about this gray alien little Jedi thing. Make mine Baby Yoda. God, Baby Yoda's so goddamn cute. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian, you should watch it. It's pretty great. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, that was just a little bit more Elizabeth April. I enjoy her content so much. Like, I think I would rather watch Elizabeth April talk about the most nonsensical shit than, like, a good half of the older wingnuts. Like, Richie from Boston, The Fighter Inside, At least Elizabeth April is, like, saying a bunch of crazy shit, but she's smiling when she says it. It's not, like, awfulness. So I appreciate that she's got such a positive attitude. I appreciate it. Mickey Fake says, "Aw, I want the alien doll." Yeah, it is cute. Lilith Iron Wine, I love your videos. Keep up the good work. On another note, have you heard of John Hamill? He believes in chemtrails and taking sulfur to detox. John Hamill. Let me write that down. I'm loving it. There was a bunch of other videos that I saved for this month that we are not actually using so far. I had a bunch saved just in case we didn't fill out the program enough, but we definitely filled out the program enough for this month. Quiasa says, "Awesome. Get a vibrator and some lube from your local store, and you can achieve full expression of self." Good advice. I agree. All right, here's a quick little video. We're just gonna kind of casually glance at. This is from the Fullerton Informer. You might remember the Fullerton Informer. He was a guy who I made an intro where he talked about the 5G kill grid and how it's gonna nuke you. I just wanted to bring up his page here for a second because most of his videos, like, do you see the first 3 videos here? Well, you can only see, like, some of these, but the majority of his videos lately have been just his fucking hair and his forehead. And if you look at this shit...
Alright, the fact that the vaccine inserts have statements in the non-clinical toxicology section, section 13. I mean, check this out, folks. It's a product, right? They're trying to mandate...
He looks like a fucking crazy person. He looks like a fucking crazy person with this weird fucked up hair, and he doesn't give enough of a shit that he's live streaming this stuff, and then his thumbnails, the auto-generated thumbnails, are literally just this shit. And he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, it's fine. Listen, I am just trying to put out the truth. Anyway, I find that whole thing so goddamn hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever had any doubt that video gaming was a portal to the demonic realm, may I introduce to you The Omen by Obelisk. This is sleek, powerful, game harder.
Game harder.
Device, folks.
Ooh.
Look at what they're selling. This is a video gaming system made by Omen. And of course it's a Hewlett-Packard product, but it's called Obelisk. You folks know what an obelisk is?
What's an obelisk?
Even when these are stacked in the store.
Uh-huh.
Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, the video gaming industry and the technology sectors are satanic to the core. Look at the color schemes here. Look at the symbolism. Look at it. You know, this is a true testament to how truly blind the American people are, and how spiritually dead they are, and how such easy prey they fall to Satan. An Omen Command Center. All right?
GTX 16. Man, this computer is so much better than that fucker. Wow. How much?
In here. Thank you, Bill Gates.
How much are they charging for the satanic computer system? That's what I gotta know.
For having a connection to this. Folks, if you don't see a problem with this,
I don't.
You deserve what will become of your children.
They'll be raised in a loving household. Wow. Ooh. Ooh.
Almighty God, an affront to the spiritual condition of our children, folks.
Oh, yes.
This is a direct satanic attack.
Of course.
On our children's minds and on their spirits, folks. And the symbolism isn't being hidden, and the words are right out in the open. And the only thing I'm not surprised of here is the price. Instead of $999.99, if we just flip this upside down, it would be $666.66. And maybe
boom! Slam dunk, motherfucker!
Things. But even as these boxes are stacked together, you can see the demonic imagery is consistent. It's superfluous. Look at this. Honestly, folks, I'm in shock at how the average person cannot see.
I love when people do this kind of stuff in public. That's why I liked Jurassic Liars back in the day, because he'd go to a grocery store and he'd make a total ass out of himself, being like, "Do you see this? Do you see this in the advertising?" I love that Fullerton Informer's doing it.
Beware the evil raccoons.
You know what, that Omega guy? That's exactly right. We have to beware the evil raccoons. Straight the fuck up. I don't know what the deal is with the obelisk, honestly.
Real Illuminati build their own gaming computers.
Straight the fuck up they do. That's what I was. Look. Listen, when I was an Illuminati commando, granted, junior grade, just getting in, getting my horns wet, as it were, ha ha ha, I went through technology and subversion camp, which was 1 part how to build a PC and 2 parts how to overthrow a government. But when we were talking about how to build a PC, we didn't say, well, let's go buy and shop around for the best HP computer that's going to be able to facilitate our needs to enact a disinformation campaign to destabilize the region so that it falls into chaos and it's another tribute to our Lord Satan. That wasn't what we said. We didn't. We said, look, Satan loves pragmatism. The Illuminati is all about trying to be very frugal so we have more money to bribe public officials and use to pay for the sin measurements of all these people we have subverted under our pocket. So we were told to be very frugal, and so we learned how to build our own PCs. It's just Illuminati 101. The Fullerton Informer is a fucking idiot. None of this makes any goddamn sense. Whew. Oh, fuck my balls. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah, the roundup. Okay, cool. So, let me catch up real quick, because I'm starting to get, I'm like getting to the end where the glog is finally starting to kick in, and I'm starting to get tired. And we have the worst yet to come. We have like legit the craziest shit at the very end to go. So, okay. The Brass Butterfly says, have you heard of Dr. Stanislaw Brzezinski? I have a lot to say about Brzezinski. I've been meaning to make a video about it for a very long time. I still plan to, but it's a very, very complicated one. The Packhead says, the satanic computer guy needs a hobby. He does. So, next up, we're going to go look at Edge of Wonder. Now, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the roundup, if you are a fan of The Armored Skeptic, you've probably seen some interviews with David Wilcock with these guys on their channel, Edge of Wonder. And as I described previously, it's kind of suspicious how Edge of Wonder are just YouTubers, but they have the production quality of BuzzFeed. Strange. So let's take a look at this video.
Other planets that I've created.
Oh. What happened with that? Now, let me try and play that again.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Wait, I'm going to be working on radars and other stuff like that. What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, well, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Arigato. Let me tell you something, though, about radar. So, I don't know what necessarily that means in the broader context, because I'm having trouble kind of tracking things at this point. I'm a little goofy. But when it comes to radar, and thank you very much for that very generous donation, but when it comes to radar, can I just say, especially if you're going to be working in a military capacity, be very careful, please. Be very, very careful. I have a very good friend of mine, a very dear, sweet friend, one of my best friends in the world. I love him so very much. He was a radar technician on a destroyer, on a Navy destroyer for the United States military. And through a power surge or some accident, while he was standing in front of the array, the radar array on this battleship destroyer, he got activated and he got blasted for about half a second with the full force of their radar waves, and that fucked his ass up. So we out here in normie meat space, we out here in normie land, we hear radar and we just assume that it's like this very basic technology that we understand very, very well. But have respect for it, because my poor buddy is on 100% disability now because he got part of his brain cooked by a giant radar wave array. He's fucked up. So be careful if that's what you're about to do. Anyway, let's watch this. Let's go.
Whistleblower who claims he has been cloned. Almost all of us have heard about the deep state's underground bases, in which insiders call deep underground military bases, or DUMS for short.
DUMS. I mean, they couldn't come up with a better acronym. Fitting for the Cabal. But anyway, most of us all know.
What the fuck? Wait. Hang on. I feel like I didn't actually set this back far enough. I wanna understand what the fuck they're exactly saying. Okay.
Most all of us have heard about the deep state's underground bases, in which insiders call deep underground military bases, or
okay, so the deep state has DUMS, deep underground military bases.
Or DUMS for short.
Okay.
DUMS. I mean, they couldn't come up with a better acronym. Fitting for the Cabal. But anyway.
Fitting for the Cabal? You're acting like it. Oh, you know that Dave. I know. He had a few too many Heinekens that one night, shit his pants, and passed out in the bar bathroom. You know Dave. That's like the same energy of how he's talking about, oh, the Cabal accidentally letting slip that they're doing this kind of shit. What the fuck? What the
solar system are doing very well.
You're a sweetheart. Tonight has been a blast.
Aww.
Any chance you could put that glug recipe somewhere for us to try? Request from my mom.
Yes. Yeah, no, I totally can. So I usually don't. I do have a couple of like regular ideas by how I design a glog, but I wanted to try something that was a little bit more Swedish. So let me see if I can find this real super quick. It was the glog recipe through the website AmazingRibs.com. So if you type in AmazingRibs.com space glog, Glogg, you'll find it. But also, if you are a live viewer, which those of you watching this in the future, you're like, why is he talking to us in the future? You should just be addressing everybody who's live right now. Wow, now he made it awkward. I'm going to post it into the chat. But I'm glad you're interested. So that's really sweet. That's cool. Awesome. Anyway, back to the Cabal.
Wait, most of us all know about Dulce, New Mexico base, and our boy Donald talks about this a lot. His claim is that every night when he goes to sleep, as soon as he enters REM sleep, his consciousness is transferred to one of these bases and enters his clone body.
Now, Donald...
So a guy, every night he goes to sleep, and his consciousness goes to a clone body and wakes up.
Doesn't know exactly how they do this, but he says they call it REM-driven consciousness transfer. He said his consciousness is stolen from him and he wakes up in a clone body, and this happens every night no matter where he is in the world.
Also, according to Donald, all the Illuminati have clones too, and every night they all meet in their clone bodies at these bases. So what do? Well, do you really have to ask? Mostly sexual indulgence, torture, kill, rape, and every other despicable act there is to children and each other. He said his parents sold him as a child to get into the Illuminati group.
I feel like I need a stretch. I feel like I need, because, look, everybody else involved in this process right now is stretching quite a bit. So I feel like I need a stretch, okay? We're going to stretch for a second. We're going to stretch. Okay. So let's see if we can actually wrap our minds around what's happening right now. There's a guy who's telling this story, right? And he's saying, hey, yo, I was cloned. So every night, when this motherfucker goes to sleep, his consciousness gets taken out of his body, and it goes, right, to a secret military base. And inside the secret military base is his clone body. And this clone body, along with the other clone bodies of a bunch of other people, well, they all just get up, and they all hang out. And they just, like, play shuffleboard or some shit. Like, I don't know. What are they supposed to be doing? I don't know. So, orgy? Maybe. I don't know. Dude. Oh, dude. That would be a selling point for the rich elite, right? We're going to clone you. You just live your life as normal. But then when you go to sleep, your brain travels to your clone body. And all the other rich people are doing the same thing too. And then you all get together in your clone bodies, and you have, like, super mega sleazy sex every night. This is actually starting to make some sense to me now. Am I okay? I'm fine.
But before we go into Donald's story, we want to talk more about Clonade and the celebrities who have claimed to have been cloned. Also, an article was published by The Independent titled Human-Animal Hybrids to be Developed in Japan After Ban Controversially Lifted. So it looks like in Japan, they are already working on this.
Also, in a YouTube video produced by Sky News, a scientist at an undisclosed location created the world's first public clone embryos, which he says will go into 4 different women. But they couldn't give many details since it's illegal in most countries. Yeah.
But going back in time to 2002, the strange Dr. Bridget Bozelier from Clonade held a press conference to tell the world about the creation of the...
Look, no, I'm not even gonna make that joke. This is really weird.
First public clone, Eve.
Now, she said that she should be flanked by the parents, scientists, and others, but after backlash from the world, they decided on just her.
Also, Clonade isn't their real name. They refused to give their public name, but it used to be under Valiant Venture Ltd.
Oh, no!
Also, Dr. Bozelier is a bishop in the so-called realism UFO religion.
Oh, that looks like a really troubling image. I don't like that at all.
So why would this religion be so focused on cloning?
Oh, but there is so much more to this story. In 2003, every media was reporting on how unethical it was and demanded answers to the whereabouts of the child. Even former President Bill Clinton condemned this at the time.
But then, after 2000...
This is really hard for me to track. I'm trying. I need to pee. Do you want to see if you can make sense of this? Yeah, because, like, honestly, I don't know. Okay. I'm kind of a pro at this. I'm having trouble tracking this, okay? What's with the scopes? I know, like, it accidentally showed my browsing history. I'm kind of a gun nut. I've been looking for scopes for my rifle. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me give Memory a little bit of context real quick before she sits in for me for a second. I want to see if she can make sense of this. These guys are saying that cloning has been taking place in the music industry. They've been cloning people. One guy said that he was cloned, and when he goes to sleep every night, his consciousness gets transferred while he sleeps to a clone on a military base, where a bunch of other people do too, and then they interact.
So it's basically like that place where the Borg, the rogue Borg people went.
Like Unimatrix Zero.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! It's like Unimatrix Zero! Oh my god, okay. All right.
So I've made sense of it? You're welcome?
Maybe. Okay, you know what? Watch this, and then, yeah, it's that one. Just let me know if you can figure this out, because I'm so confused.
Okay, but close the door.
I will.
Okay. And also, you don't need to have this swell on a thing, because it doesn't sweat. Haha. All right, let's see if I can make sense of this Unimatrix Zero thing.
2003, there is pretty much nothing. There aren't many articles even mentioning human cloning in the US. However, because of Bill...
That's because it got outlawed, didn't it? Pretty sure cloning people is illegal currently because we don't have the, technology to safely do it, and they haven't, gone through... the scientific community isn't quite sure about it, like that guy in China, said he cloned. No, he didn't clone. He did gene editing. Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. That's why you haven't really heard anything about it.
Bill Clinton and George Bush, new legislation came out that forbids people and companies to perform any kind of cloning
in the solar system are doing
very
well.
Long time no roundup. Y'all gonna have to drink for me as I'm working on 2 months sober.
Wow, congratulations.
Love to you and the fam, Jeff, and happy holidays to all.
Congratulations on 2 months sober. I will have a drink for you, much like people have a drag of a cigarette for me. Hello. You just got a super chat.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, and I addressed it.
Aww.
Well, actually, was it a super chat or was it... No, it was Streamlabs.
but only in the US.
Also, we're not sure if old Bill and George were playing two sides of the coin here or not, but now most media think the Eve child was a hoax all along by the realism religion. But according to many insiders and celebrities, it is very real and happening right now on a mainstream level.
Who? What celebrities?
Whomst?
Whomst? Are they all people that are also Scientologists? Maybe? Like, those people are crazy. Bye, Olive? Olive is leaving? Okay. Bye, Olive. Bye.
But Clonaid can get away with this because it isn't a US company. It is a Canadian company which was registered in the Bahamas. So it is technically free of any law in the US. It is also known by many people that Michael Jackson was obsessed with cloning.
Can we just stop and appreciate the creepiness of Michael Jackson?
He didn't even look like a human being near the end.
Honestly, he really didn't.
Nah, that's a
robot.
That's a robot. It's a fucking robot.
That looks like a robot with skin stretched over it.
Jamona.
People say, kiss myself. Hey!
And those Canadians, I mean, they're just behind everything, man, right? I'm just kidding. He made samples of his DNA to use for cloning, and according to a Telegraph article, he even went to a realism conference on cloning and was excited with the prospect of being cloned. He even said to his friend Uri Geller, quote, he grabbed Uri by both arms and told him, I really want to do it, Uri, and I don't care how much it costs.
Okay, so notice how this quote is by Michael Jackson, but it's the quote, in quotations, is, he grabbed Uri. Not, I grabbed Uri by both arms. He grabbed Uri.
Weird.
Was Michael Jackson suddenly talking in third person? I don't trust this quote.
I don't either.
It's not my Cosby sweater, it's Jeff's Cosby sweater.
Yeah.
I just stole it because I came out here and it was really cold.
I'm Jeff Huxtable now. That's my new name. I'm gonna rebrand soon.
Unquote.
Another celebrity who came out is Tila Tequila, who has...
Oh, no. No, dude.
Of course Tila Tequila has come out and said that cloning is real.
Okay, can we stop for a second? We have to understand something about Tila Tequila. Tila Tequila tried to commit suicide, and it caused her to have irreparable brain damage. That's why Tila Tequila is so fucking crazy. She literally brain damaged herself by trying to commit suicide. We keep hearing about her in, like, videos of, oh, she's breaking the conditioning, she's telling the truth, or, wow, she's so fucking crazy. Both of these are the wrong way to approach it. Tila Tequila is a story of, like, that's really sad, and this is what it looks like when you get really badly brain damaged. We shouldn't be laughing at Tila. We should feel bad. Like, it's fucked up.
I can both laugh and feel bad.
Well, you can. She does worship Hitler, so that's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, I can laugh and feel bad.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. All right.
Made videos on social media on how they cloned her to please the Illuminati's sexual desires. She has been speaking out against the Illuminati for a few years. However, it is hard to find anything on her now.
The last time she posted anything seems to be almost a year ago, but she does have a YouTube channel called Tornado Thien Wife of Christ.
I like how they're not even gonna be like, she also worships Hitler. They're not gonna mention that. They'll just be like, she's blowing the whistle on a bunch of really important
She's blowing
things.
the whistle. She also hasn't posted in a year. Could be because people close to her are like, yo!
It's because maybe the elites got him. But if you were to ask her, she'd be like, yeah, the Jews got me. Ooh. Savage. What? Is everything all right?
Oregon State is the Beavs, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, good. Right now our Civil War football game is going on, and I can't watch it because I forgot.
Go Ducks!
Go Ducks! I forgot, and I scheduled the roundup for while our game is on. So once we're done with this, I do. I like it a lot. Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for being so helpful during the roundups. You know what? Can we get a hand for memory? Can we get a hand for memory? Are you Carlton dancing right now?
I totally am.
Get out of my studio! I can't tell her what to do.
All right, I'll go back to making my rugs.
I love you.
I love you
You're
too.
so great. Anyway. She's awesome. I appreciate that. What a crazy day it's been. What a crazy day. But yeah, that's Edge of Wonder. So do you guys know do you see now what I was talking about? How, like, their production quality is, like, on par with BuzzFeed. Who is financing this YouTube channel? And why are they not financing me? I gotta figure out where the last one is. Random Geek says, longtime watcher, enjoying the show, first time donating, hope you and your family are good. I am feeling fantastic. Ace McAcey says, great roundup. Where's the super chat quote from? I don't know. Do I have a super chat quote? I don't know. That's interesting. Lee says, Grandma says, like his hair and he has too much free time. Which one? Which one was that one? Was it the Fullerton Informer? It might have been the Fullerton Informer. I'm not sure. Dragon of the West says, the dude's just mad he can't afford the obelisk. It was the Fullerton Informer. He does have very nice hair. I will agree with you, Grandma. This is my last sono, but keep watching. Also, Oye Beltaloda, Season 4 of The Expanse, coming this week from Friday. Savi. Yes, I am a huge fan of The Expanse. It's a very good show. Raven Pendergast, your sweetheart tonight has been a blast. Any chance you could put the glog recipe somewhere? I did that. Executive Punk says, long time, no roundup. Y'all gonna have a drink for me as I'm working on a 2 months sober. Love to y'all from the fam, Jeff, and happy holidays to all. I'll kill my beam for you, man. Lee says, hi, ma'am. Grandma loved your cat call video. Cracked up at those bloopers. She's totally for being cloned as long as she trades in for younger parts. I'm the same way. Okay, so we're going to do something a little bit different. real quick before we get to the last video. We have a last video that we're gonna watch here in just a minute. But before we do, we did a thing back in the day with a YouTuber by the name of JRASX. JRASX was this wackadoo. The dude was a wackadoo. And I randomly spouted out, all right, I want you to call out a time code, and we'd see how weird that time code would be. We're going to do the same thing today, but we're going to do it with a David Wilcock video, because I want to show how crazy David Wilcock is. Now, this video is 2 hours and 1 minute. Right now, all of you live, I want you to start randomly typing out a time code somewhere between 0 seconds and 2 hours and 1 minute. Spout it off. Just spam the chat. Spam it randomly. I'm going to randomly pick one. We're going to go to it, and we're going to look at it. That's the game. Well, I like the. You know what? We're gonna start with the first one, 4242. But I'm gonna track another one after that, because that sounds like a really good idea. Let's see. Nope, Nos is 12340. We'll do that. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Let's get something late. Get something late. 131 or 13131. We'll do that one. All right. All right. All right. All right. We got 3 time codes. Let's see what we get. We're going fishing, fellas. We're going fishing, fellas and ladies and home friends of indeterminate whatevers. All right, here we go. This is close to 4242. Let's go.
Come forward. Tompkins was a World War II veteran, and he was the main point contact for people that were American spies embedded in the German secret space program.
Oh.
So yes, the Nazis had a secret space program. There was a lot of stuff they were doing down in Antarctica. William Tompkins comes forward and said that he was responsible for 22 of these embedded spies, or 23, it was something like that, and that they were feeding information back to him, and he would put it into these packages and then give the packages to major leaders of the military during World War II, which is 1941 and 1945. What is he telling them? He's telling them that the Germans are working in these facilities in which you have these giant reptilian-looking beings that rule over everybody, and that the people were building different types of spacecraft with technology given to them by the reptilians to create an invasion fleet so that the reptilians could conquer other worlds as well as what they were trying to do on Earth. And they were using these people to help them. Now, this is what Tompkins was talking to American top brass about in World War II.
Nazi aliens. Fuck, dude. Aliens? Bad enough. Nazis? Fuck, why do we kind of keep dealing with these guys? Oh my god. Nazi aliens? Fuck! I'm sorry, it's too much. It's too... It's too much, dude. It's too much. All right, anyway. All right. Stoic face. Stoic face. Ooh. 123. 40. Look, I'm a professional here. 123. There we go. About there. Cool. Let's go.
We're shown a video that the SSP craft where it was docking with the ancient builder race ship, and it was obviously made of stone, this Oumuamua, and looked as if it had been through many meteor showers and collisions. So this is the artistic rendition that we had of Oumuamua, and this is the animation that was created of the ship coming in and docking. So you see...
Look, I don't... I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. This looks like a giant piece of space shit.
the approach of the secret space program craft. And again, this was publicly displayed approximately 1 year ago. Right around 1 year ago is when we went public with this, and we were on the same stage together. So the ship is coming in now, and you can see it's docking on this very, very old object. It's organic, and
it's a piece of
then
shit.
I believe the animation continues here. Yeah, it's still coming in. You see it's very sleek. It's an anti-gravity craft, and they had to just touch the tip to the edge of the object because you can't land the whole thing on there, but they were able to match the spin.
Listen, when you're about to land your ship on a giant piece of space feces, you only want to touch the very barest contact. You don't want to like full grip that piece of space shit. You just want to touch it for the very barest minimum you have to. Otherwise, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's how you make a mess. That's how you make a mess. What the fuck is happening? All right, 131.31. Let's go there. Can I just say, this is a really good idea. This is a really good idea. Just randomly take a David Wilcock video and make you guys point out, like pick when we're gonna watch it. This is so wonderful. This is magic right now. This is so fucking, it's so fire, baby. This is so money. It's so money, baby. You don't even know how money this is right now, baby. Let's go. Oh, shit.
So you can imagine the total shock that I have. You know, we never made a video out of this. That's why I'm doing this now. These slides are obviously still great. I can still use them. We did this show back at the expo, but we never produced it and made a YouTube video out of it. So you might not have seen this before. In fact, really only the people in the audience actually got to see this, and it was maybe 600, I would guess. That's about how many can fit in the room.
Oh.
And then it gets to be too much. There's some transitional material that I think is very important. First of all, the QAnon briefings are going way out of their way to make it obvious that this is coming from the presidential administration itself. They have done so many things where they tweet.
Listen, I gotta stop saying that. I know that makes people drink. I'm sorry about that. But seriously though, listen, I am a keeper. I'm gonna get a little bit Goldblum on this one. I have quite a bit of real estate in the hairline department here. Yes, fantastic. My God. But David Wilcock, my God, look at him. Wow, what a specimen of fertility. What a man. Infested with so much testosterone that his hairline retreats away from it. Fantastic. My God. Ooh-wee. Actually, that is kind of true. Losing your hairline is a sign of overwhelming amounts of testosterone. That's actually true.
From the president, and then they put something on Q at the same time, and they're trying to get the delta, meaning the difference between the posting time, down to like 0. But they can't quite do it, and they just talked about that in Q recently. In addition, they are showing you over and over again various forms of proof that this is really what's going on. Air Force One actually changed its call sign to Q0, and the 0 on the keypad of a telephone is also where the plus character is. Q plus apparently is the president himself, so when you see a post on Q that says Q plus, that's actually the president.
Okay, shut the fuck up. All right. I feel bad that I was just advocating that David Wilcock here probably has big dick energy, because that was pretty shit. That was pretty shit. That was awful. Okay. Anyway, moving on. It's okay. I'm glad you broke the ice. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Mad Evil Genius. Mad Evil Genius says the Nazi spaceship was a giant flying swastika. I mean, look, you know, if you are known for a thing, you might as well make all of your other things look like that thing. You might as well, because then people will look at that and not be confused. Like, I wonder whose spaceship that is. And you look up and you see a giant flying swastika. You're like, I know who that is. There's no mystery. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's all right. You don't gotta explain. But I'm a guy who thinks that, like, the modern conveniences of life should be convenient, you know. That's like how these things should work. Anyway, we got one more video to round out the rest of it. No PP tonight? Are you new here? Come on. Who are you talking to? We got one video left. Fuck. Okay. We got one video left, and I am very glad that I found this video. So I watch a lot of weird stuff, and I watch a lot of people doing terrible things to themselves and doing weird, inappropriate things with their bodily fluids. But, you know, you start to wonder, like, I wonder if somebody would ever do this. There's no way somebody would ever do this. There's no way somebody would actually do this one thing that is really gross and weird and out there. Like, nobody would actually think to do that. I'm just the weirdo to think that maybe somebody would be dumb enough to do it. And then you find a video of somebody actually doing it, and that's this video. So if you are disgusted by urine, click away, because it's the last video of the roundup, and it's pee-pee time. Shivambu!
Hi everybody, today I want to talk about restoring your eyesight with the use of urine therapy. This subject I've talked about in the past, but I've never demonstrated and recommend suggestions. On my travels in making the film Urinate, I met a guy in Japan who gave me his business card, and he had glasses on his business card, and I was like, oh, you're wearing your glasses. And he told me that he stopped wearing glasses because his eyesight restored back to 2020 when he started using urine therapy. So the combination is usually drinking and ingesting urine. So that works from the inside out and helps restore some eyesight, but that doesn't always work. So a lot of the time people ask me, oh, well, you know, what have you done? What have you tried? So basically, I've tried using aged urine with eyedroppers and just throughout the day drop them into my eyes. That really is quite painful, stings quite a lot.
So you've taken aged pee-pee and dropped it directly onto your vulnerable, sensitive eyeballs, and that hurt. I would have never guessed.
But it's very effective for reducing cataracts and getting rid of things like that in the eye and styes in the eye and those type of things technically. But when we're talking restoring vision, I always get a little cup like this. So it's just a little eye cup. You can just purchase that from anywhere. Fill it up with urine, which I'll do now. A little bit of fresh urine. Always, I prefer fresh. It'll also clean the eye. It helps keeping the eyes, dry eye moist. So if you have dry eyes, it's great. So just hold the cup up, hold it over the eye, and just, start blinking, rotate the eye.
This is not the bad part of the video. This is not the bad part of the video.
Roll around the eye, look up and look down, and just do that for a good few minutes. If it runs on your face, don't panic, because urine's really good for the skin. And once you've finished, I always tend to throw it out and start a new batch for the following eye. So the eye gets a little bit cleaner, you'll find start to get a little bit brighter. Obviously the more often you do it, the more effective it can be. And sometimes when I'm at the swimming pool, what I do is I fill.
Brace yourselves.
Up my goggles with urine, sneak into the toilet. I pop it on my head like that, which starts a little suction so they can be full. And it's not hard, it doesn't drip too much. And then when I'm in the pool, I just slip them over to the top of my eyes, like that. And then I pretty much do my laps while swimming, and my eyes are getting a really good soaking at that time. So, that's a good 10 to 15 minutes of dosing. So at that time, I sort of just, get a good wash out and clean the eye out in that way.
amazing. 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 Holy shit. I don't want society to feel too weirded out by the fact that I might be pissing in my own eye socket. So, I like to go swimming. Oh, yes. Oh. And pee in my goggles. Make sure while I'm doing my laps back and forth, I'm getting my eyes a good soak. Those words. I'm getting my eyes a good soak. Shivambu! I feel like I just had the shit beat out of me. I really do. I feel like I just had the shit beat out of me. That was so much fun. Oh my fucking god. That was some great stuff. Miss Jessa, I believe you have saved lives fighting anti-vax. Look, so the roundup is the time for us to have a moment to just goof off and enjoy how crazy the world can be. And I'm really happy that I have it. I'm happy that I have you guys, because when I do the job that I do, it's very common that I tend to be spooked because it seems like the whole world is fucking insane. It does. Like these things that I have to investigate. The people who are like hurting themselves, hurting their kids, hurting their families.
Other planets that I've created.
It seems so crazy to me because the vast majority of things that I'm exposed to are the worst things possible. So when I do the roundup, that's when I get to live be with you, real people. People who are not super crazy. We all get to experience it together, and it saves my sanity. You save my sanity. This makes this whole thing possible, and you're a part of it. Without you, this would all fall apart, and I'd lose my shit. We'd be done. We'd be done. We wouldn't be able to keep doing this anymore. It's crazy. Lee says, wait. What is that? No. Lol, she's disgusted. Yeah. Come say bye. Let's see if Mems will come and say bye. And Super King Pancake says, just got off work. At least I was able to catch the tail end of this train ride. It's stuff like this that I live for. Thanks for bringing us a chance to get a look at the madness. Thanks for being my support network, so that I know it's not just all weird and all crazy and all bad out there, that there are real, decent, nice people that aren't pissing in their own eyes.
First and probably last time I caught the roundup live. Thank you. And thank Miles Power for hosting you that one time and introducing me to your channel.
Oh, yeah.
I had to be asleep 3 hours ago. Bye.
Bye, 4143, and I'm so happy that you were here. So, I have bad timing?
Yes,
Why?
because I can't just leave a needle and thread out in the living room floor.
Oh. Oh, Mems is doing crafts. Well, we're just saying bye. That's all.
I'm making a rug.
Mems is making a rug, everybody. A hand-knitted rug with her Cosby sweater. Shoop-de-boop, coming for your pudding pops. But yes, look, thank you so much for your continued viewing. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm still doing something right, and you're liking the channel, and you enjoy doing the Wingnut Roundups, all that good stuff. I'll do it as long as I possibly can. It's been a rough year. We got one more month to go. There's a whole new bag of shit that we get to deal with in 2020. One more month. One more month. One more month. One more month. I love you guys. I've had a great time. Let me... Where is it? Where is it?
Goodbye, we love you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, wait.
Don't tell me I missed it.
You did miss it. You did. You didn't miss it. You missed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can. Yeah, it just popped in. I know. I'm sorry. We love you, Reishka X. We love you. We love all of you, and we're so happy you were here. And we'll see you next time. We love you so much. Go rock out with the cock out. We're all gonna tongue kiss later. Let's fucking do it. Bye bye. What? Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo!